You, the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world, with the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City sports talk radio show. We're not the Quad City sports talk radio show. We are your Quad City sports talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
Football is here, Quad Cities, and it's going to be fun tonight. Jaybird T-Roy here on Don't Hassle Us Local. Thanks for tuning in on a beautiful Thursday out there. Hope you're enjoying the weather, right, Bird?
That's right. Boy, is it ever back, huh?
Hey, I got to thank the two biggest ding-dongs I know.
Yeah?
Yeah, Tom and Jerry down at Steve's Mirror and Glass for taking me golfing yesterday in the outing for the Rotary.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I never had two guys grope me more often.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're very weird. But they're great at doing mirror and glass. So what do you do?
What was this for, the Rotary?
Rotary, yeah.
Okay.
So
Where was it played at?
It was played at Palmer Hills. They did a great job of putting it on. Everything, of course, looked great. The food was great afterwards. John runs a tight ship out there, so. But yeah.
Looked like you got some sun?
I did. I'm just the end of my summer glow, Bird.
Yeah, you got a glow about you. It's not a burn. It's a nice tan.
Yeah.
You got a little bit going on there.
But yeah, so I told those guys I'd give them a shout out on the air and urge everybody to get down to Steve's Mirror and Glass and, be careful.
Right on.
I think they touch me because I'm so good looking.
Yeah, probably. I would.
Man, if they got their eyes on you, you'd be yelling rape for sure.
So not a rapist. So
not a raper.
So not a raper. Anyway, yeah, here's our show. Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. It's me and T-Ray. It's September 9th, 2021. It's a Thursday. And yes, he's right. Football, now we can say that it's back, I guess. Well, I mean, once we've got to kick off the NFL, but we've got technically week 2 of the NCAA going on. But tonight you've got Tampa Bay playing host to your Cowboys, T-Ray.
I'm picking Tampa to win, but I'm taking Cowboys in the points.
Well, now it's a smart move because now it's gone up to 9.5.
Perfect.
It's a lot.
Here's my only thought, and this is why I'm thinking this. I think if it does turn into a shootout, Dallas has the firepower. I think this is a different Dallas defense, different coordinator. There might be things that Tom hasn't seen, but at the same time, it's Tom Brady. He's seen it all.
Okay.
Listen, I've gone from loathing Brady.
This is the same coach that was the coach of the Falcons.
He was also
the Super Bowl, right?
He was also the defensive coordinator for the Legion of Boom too. So,
okay.
I mean, this guy's he's not a slouch. Listen, anything's better than what they had last year for a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
A warm bowl of milk's better than what they had last year for a
What is going to be the nickname for the Cowboys defense?
What do they call it back in the day? The Big D? The Big D's back a Big D? Or what are they?
Big D's not bad.
Dallas was the Doomsday defense.
Yeah.
It was back in the 70s. It was the Doomsday D. Yeah.
I'm fine with Doomsday, I guess. You bring it back.
And they were the Legion of Boom.
Redoomsday?
Yeah. Doomsday 2.
D2?
D2.
Remember T2? That was a good sequel.
That was a good sequel.
Yeah. Doom. I like Redoom.
Redoom?
Yeah. Redoom the Boom.
Redoom and the Boomer?
But then it's too much like Legion of Boom, so.
I know. I like Doomsday D.
Yeah, Doomsday's pretty good. Besides, you're getting new fans anyway, so it's okay to recycle that.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, let's. If they do well, we'll start using it. If they do well.
If they do well.
Right now, it's.
Cross your fingers and hope.
Yeah, it's.
God, I'm nervously excited about.
It's like faux Doomsday right now.
Because I'm going to be hanging out with Ozzy tonight, and I know he's just going to talk a bunch of crap.
Yeah. The over.
Even though I rooted for his stupid Notre Dame Fighting Irish in front of him, openly rooted for his team, didn't give him any hard time, and they were having that fight of their lives against Florida State. This guy's going to give me a hard time tonight.
Is the allegiance to your NFL team stronger than your allegiance to your college team?
I feel it's the same.
Is it because maybe your NFL team's a little bit more because you knew you never had a shot, but at least in college you're like, I could have applied there. If I applied myself, I could have made it there. Oh, I mean, so like you don't really have as much allegiance.
I could have done if I'd applied myself.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, That's my like for Ozzy. Didn't go to Notre Dame or anything like that. I didn't go to Iowa. My
But he's
path was a
Irish. I
little
mean,
different.
Ozzy,
I get that.
Yeah. You know, Ozzy's mom, she's like first, like from Ireland. Like, that's where she was born and raised. So I mean, for Ozzy, it's kind of a cultural thing. I mean, for me, like the Hawkeye thing is definitely it's culture. Like I grew up a kid, and Chuck Long was one of my first heroes. And by the way, we had him in here, and I took a picture with him. And,
there's no doubt about it. I mean, I tell the story all the time.
Ninth grade T-Roy was just excited as all hell walking down the hallway to welcome him into the studio.
I told you, we can go through that whole thing too. I told you you're gonna have to do it because I don't want to. I gotta hide what's in my pants. I can't walk down the hall with that.
You with Ric Flair.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
And you got the giggles when Dan Gable said you look like a wrestler.
Yeah, I know. So we've met some good people. Oh, which reminds me, by the way. I gotta send out an email.
To who?
Well, I haven't heard anything back, and we got to figure this out. There's a possibility on Monday we're either on a phone call or in the studio with Mick Foley.
What?
Yeah, he's coming to the Isle of Capri on the 13th. This Monday.
I smell like a wrestler.
It don't. Yeah, okay. He's coming. He's got 2 shows, and
doing what? Wrestling?
No. He has a stand-up routine.
Really?
And he's gonna be signing autographs, everything else. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
They booked this back in like I don't know, June, July, something like that. You know, they announced it April, I think. Go back, I posted something, and I'm like, hey, can we have him? I mean, because he's in Burlington on Sunday night, so I'm like, listen, I know he's got time. He can call in. He's got nothing else to do. Sorry, Davenport, Bettendorf, whatever else. But what's he really gonna do? Go check out Five Guys or something like that? What's he gonna do with his time?
Check out anything. Check out Vans and Oscars.
I know, but you know what I'm saying? And people are just like, oh, we have a Five Guys now, which that went down all the way, all the big hubbub about that.
I'll tell you a story about that.
Yeah, go ahead. Anyway, so I'm like, hey, all reports, everybody. I mean, the marketing people at Rhythm City, his agent, everything's like, yeah, he's usually good for a phone call, whatever else.
And we have connections.
Yeah, and then that's probably where. Well, he won't be on Monday because they don't have things on Monday. We'll have American tomorrow in studio. So then they're like, well, let's circle these wagons when it gets closer. Well, as it's getting closer, you know, and I sometimes have meetings with people at Rhythm City and whatnot, and they're like, oh yeah, that second show is going to be sold out in no time. Well, that doesn't mean that we need to stop doing press. That doesn't mean you don't need to get a hold of me and email me and be like, are we still going to be on the show? Because I mean, you can still sell tickets for picture opportunities, you know, autographs, everything else outside tickets.
Right.
So roughly at about 2:05 this afternoon, I have to send some emails because he's at least got to call in, right?
Well, we need Merrick here if he does.
Well, we'll have Merrick or whatever else, but I mean, he at least got to call in. At least if he's in studio.
That's Monday, right?
Yeah, it's Monday.
Yeah, you know I'm not here, right?
Well, that's fine.
I know, but that sucks for me.
Yeah.
But oh well. I'm still excited for you.
Yeah, but I mean, it'd be cool. The thing is, like, I thought about this earlier. I was on a jog, and I'm like, we're a different show. We're not going to be like, hey, when did you know you wanted to be a wrestler?
Did it hurt when your tax went in your back?
remember when the Undertaker threw you off Hell in the Cell? Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
That was cool. I mean, we're not your average show.
Did you like Andre the Giant?
Yeah, you know, was he nice? Did you like playing a bad guy?
Is Ric Flair really packing a big thing down there?
Like, I want to ask him more like, what's it like in the locker room? The one thing that they've never done, and keep in mind, for years there was a kayfabe thing where you didn't break character if you were out in public. Right? You're a bad guy, you're a bad guy. You did whatever else. And now they've peeled that back. But the one thing they've never peeled back is the locker room, what the locker room's like.
How they talk with each other.
Yeah. Like, do they have fantasy football leagues? Do they gamble? Do they talk sports? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it? Like, is it any different?
Probably like anything too. Like, is there a couple dudes that you guys are like, oh God, I gotta wrestle with this idiot?
Yeah. I'm sure there's some guys that work stiff, but he doesn't have to tell us anyone. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll reach out.
I mean, yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, I think he'd have a good time. But I've been told by multiple people, like, that dude is like, they're like, he's one of the best. Like, there's no doubt. Like, even Ryan, operation manager, he's like, well, when we were down in San Antonio, I remember one time this night, he's like, he'll probably definitely call in at worst. But it would be cool. I mean, he's coming up from Burlington. If he stays the night in Burlington, I'm sure. Yeah. And then he comes up. I mean, just be like, hey, tell his manager, like, what's it really going to kill him at all to just stop by? I mean, we'll point him in the right direction, and like you said, we'll feed him. Yeah. Figure it out. You'll be in Wisconsin, but I'll feed him.
I know. Well, you'll take care of it. You always get to have the fun. I never get to do anything fun.
Yeah. Nothing. But it's, I mean, that's just one thing. We're glossing over it. Yeah, so tonight that's going on. Yesterday I made my debut on, remember Todd Brommelkamp when out of Cedar Rapids? Caker's friend. Made my debut on his show.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I subbed in for Jake, a friend from Elite Sportsbooks, and gave him some wager stuff or whatever. Talked about Iowa State game.
He liked some of my stuff.
Yeah, I know. So that was yesterday that we're on the show. So you can follow and listen to them. I'm sure wherever they put their show out there. It was yesterday's show, but they put it out on podcast as well. Yeah, tonight that over is going up 52.5 now. I don't like it. I still like the under.
Yeah, interesting.
Like you said, it has to get a shootout, but I just don't see that defense being a shootout. The Tampa Bay defense.
They do have that safety is out, I believe, with the hamstring. Whitehead, I believe, is his name.
Okay.
Poor guy has the last name of a zit.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. They have such a strong defense and good coaching there. It's going to be, yeah. We'll see. I'm excited, nervously excited. Going to have fun tonight. So.
Yeah, well, I've got the Pleasant Valley's homecoming parade going on tonight. Bettendorf's homecoming parade. Guess which one I'm going to? And then I've got
You're
that
going to Pleasant Valley?
Yeah, I don't even know where that parade route is. Does it just go around that onion field twice?
Shit, you're not winning any hearts and minds right now.
Well, that's where Pleasant Valley is.
There's no onion fields anymore that I know of out there. A lot of corn, a lot of beans. I haven't seen an onion field.
Do you actually know where Pleasant Valley is, the city?
No, I have no
idea. It's downtown. Like it runs parallel with River Drive. Like it's just a little bit what would be considered, I would say, just a little bit west of Alcoa, Arconic.
Okay, yeah.
It's just a small area, and there's definitely onion fields there still.
Oh,
I
thought you meant the high school.
Oh no, the high school is not.
Yeah, there's no onion.
That's in Bettendorf, by the way. Okay. Pleasant Valley itself is basically 2 city blocks by 2 city blocks.
Maybe they just named it. All right. Well, if they built a high school in Bettendorf, maybe it's just an ode to Pleasant Valley.
I would say so. Yeah. Yeah,
So, by the way, I have to go and buy my daughter a Pleasant Valley shirt.
Do you?
Yes, I was told I had to by my wife.
Why? Because she's going to the game?
She's in the Pleasant Valley. Because they're doing their homecoming thing for tomorrow. All the kids throughout the school need to wear their Pleasant Valley gear.
I don't know why they just didn't call their school Bettendorf Jace.
Well, here's the deal, too. You're such a ding-dong.
Just like not so much there, just adjacent there. That's all.
Well, the other thing, too, is like yesterday, Hazel was supposed to wear her team colors. You know, a bunch of kids were Hawkeyes, and I saw some Green Bay Packers. Bears.
Would you put her in cowboy gear?
Well, the problem is I don't have any stuff for her to wear.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing. We have never bought her like a team shirt like for a long time. Like when she was little, she had like a cowboy thing and a Hawkeye thing.
Yeah.
But she outgrew it, and I just never really think about it. Whatever. And as we're walking up, we have little school crossing guards, and the first little girl, is laying out her little thing, tell everybody stop. She's got a Hawkeye shirt on, and then I see the next girl was wearing a Michigan outfit. So I go to her friend. I go, "Hey, I think your friend over here lost a bet."
Yeah.
She's wearing Michigan gear. That little girl's like, I'm like, I'm just kidding.
But did you?
Did you?
Yeah. I'm sorry, your parents hate you. Like,
no, it's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, dang, Hazel, we're gonna have to really get you some stuff. So yeah, she's gonna have to get some Dallas Cowboy stuff, which can substitute for PV.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, you kind of fit in there. Yeah, wear that. I forget what the spirit days were for. I know the other day it was like neon for the middle school. I'm sure today is college day. My kids have.
Today was pajama today.
Oh God, I can't stand
pajamas or sweats, whatever you want.
Here's the other thing.
See, now that was Hazel.
This should not be a thing down in the elementary schools or middle school. This is homecoming, and it's about Bettendorf High School or Pleasant Valley High School or Bettendorf or Jace, whatever you want to call it. Now, I'm telling you right now, I hate pajama days.
Yeah.
It's just so much like just roll out of bed, whatever else. I don't like bring your teddy bear, your favorite stuffed animal to school day.
Yeah.
All that.
Did you have a teddy bear when you were a kid?
No.
You didn't? I did.
No. All that stuff is just too much classroom distraction. And that's the one thing you need to realize. I'm on the side of the teachers. All that stuff is classroom distraction. High schoolers, they're distraction enough. Let them dress up. That's what this is about. Not the middle school and the elementary.
She wasn't even into it. She was just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Right here.
That's exactly it.
I gave her 2 choices. These sweats with this shirt or these pajamas with this shirt.
That's exactly what I expect a kindergartner to do. Yeah. That's exactly what a kindergartner should do. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't even know.
We walked to school and she complained it was cold the entire time.
No.
Yeah. She's just like her mother.
you need to give her that speech and be like, now I know I failed you as a parent because you think your opinion matters. And it really doesn't. So I don't know why you want to tell me this stuff. Anyway, we've got Caker coming in the second half. We will talk more about Iowa State. That kickoff's at 2:30 tomorrow. Again, we just talked a little bit about Cowboys and the Buccaneers. That's 9.5 now. The over-under's 52.5. Mobile Party Experience will be at Pines 5268 Utica Ridge Road tonight. Yep. And that's where they have the TVs out there and everything else. And it's a nice tailgating experience. And we did a write-up for the Iowa game last week when they were out there. So you can go to ESPN 1170 AM and learn more about Mobile Party Experience. We actually had Tim in last week as well to talk about it. Great dude, great friend of the show. So we've got that. We've got to break down a lot, if you can, in this short amount of time of the teams that you got to do. Caker, well, I mean, he can always join us. He likes to talk about these things, but we need to get to who's going to win the divisions, whatnot, the same thing that everyone else has done, and hopefully people will make some comments on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread. But before that, we have got to go.
You want me to do an ad?
Yeah, you know what I didn't do yesterday? I did for our friend Chopper. I did not do so I did not start with that.
I did it.
I know you did it 2 days ago, yesterday. I was here yesterday. You weren't.
Oh, so do we need to do Tri-City too?
No, I want you to do locally.
Okay.
Locals love us. Locally owned.
Shopper loves us.
Yeah, locally owned. And then I will come back. When we come back, I'll do the R bar. And I'm glad we're talking to everybody exactly what we're doing with our show.
This is what we do.
It's what we do. You go.
All right, Quad Cities, you know what's going on. It is the voting time for Locals Love Us. So you need to go to localsloveus.com, get in there, and start voting. You have this show to vote for. Don't Hassle So Local, Pints, Harrington's, Oscars, Vans, Jay, name other ones. We got Adrian's Place. Frick's. We got anywhere in the moon. We got Danview.
You said Harrington's, right?
We got 1117. You got the Mound. Other places you like. You got Jack's Local Street Tap because they do have the best fries.
I do like Jack's a lot.
I'll tell you that story off
we
here.
Don't go there enough.
Oh,
okay.
I took Amy there.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah.
That's a
I'll tell you this
call.
story.
Okay.
Anyway, great things out there at localsloveus.com. Please check it out and vote. Those are our friends. Locals Love Us, your guide to the best.
We're good, streaky!
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
Hi, this is Derek.
And this is Skip. We are the twins from Arbar Davenport.
And you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
On ESPN 1170 AM.
We're gonna eat pizza from Casey's and watch the football games. Yeah, enjoy the season with delicious Casey's pizza. 2 tasty pizzas for big game days.
Now at Casey's, you can get 2 large single-topping pizzas with delicious made-from-scratch dough for $9.99 each with promo code DOUBLE.
Casey's here for good. Yeah.
When you open an essential business checking account at First Midwest Bank, you'll earn a $500 bonus. But that's not all. You'll also have your own local banker who knows your business. A $500 bonus plus a local bank to help you succeed. That's banking with momentum. Visit a First Midwest branch to open an essential business checking account by November 30th, 2021. $100 minimum deposit to open. Available to businesses located in Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Must complete all bonus requirements to be eligible. Details available at firstmidwest.com/smallbiz, member FDIC.
Let's just take that out of your mouth.
At Ping's Pre-K, the growing enrollment is no play date.
Toilet is not a closet.
She needs more teachers certified in early childhood development.
Is it nap time yet? Lunch?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, so you won't believe this. I mean, I sure couldn't. The deals at Kohl's right now, they're epic. I got the cutest fall tops from Sonoma Goods for Life for $10.99. $19.99 sneakers I can wear everywhere. And I picked up a Keurig coffee maker for less than $100. Amazing, right? I even got some Kohl's cash. So ready to break out all the layers and pumpkin spice everything. It's fall, y'all. Select styles. Sale ends September 12th. Some exclusions apply. See storeoracles.com for details.
Where can you give your old jeans a new purpose? Tyson's. Thanks to Cotton's Blue Jeans Go Green denim recycling program, old denim is being transformed. Instead of throwing your old denim in the trash, recycle it to something new, such as building insulation, pet bed inserts, and more. This September, Tyson's and Wrangler are teaming up to recycle your old denim with Cotton Blue Jeans Go Green program. For every denim item recycled, receive a $10 coupon off a new pair of Wrangler jeans. Tyson's, home, farm, auto.
There is no shame in admitting you need help. Doing something about it is what most men find difficult. At Limitless Male Medical, we understand your uncertainty. We hear this every day. Whether it's low testosterone or erectile dysfunction, our compassionate team of experienced practitioners will diagnose and treat your symptoms. Limitless Male will explain your options so you can get your life back. Schedule your complimentary consult at limitlessmale.com. Insurance accepted.
Hi, I'm Mike Ham with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Ever since the Niners gave up multiple picks to move up to take Trey Lance in the draft, the question in the Bay Area has been, who's going to be QB1? Kyle Shanahan has implied it'll be Jimmy Garoppolo, but the incumbent starter Jimmy G confirmed it. When asked when he was told he'd be the top signal caller in San Francisco, he said, quote, for a while. He added, now it's official, I guess. Meanwhile, Colts quarterback Carson Wentz, a full participant in practice Wednesday. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reports he will play against the Seahawks on Sunday. And the Giants are coming off a season where they missed their best offensive weapon in Saquon Barkley for most of the year. As the team gears up for the Broncos on Sunday, all eyes on the team's running back, Barkley, who was limited in practice on Wednesday, but it's a positive. He continues to practice as he's coming off an ACL injury he suffered in week 2 of last season. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
I can pop a beer in here, right? Your cousin from the Boston Beer Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Drink responsibly.
Thursday Night Football is only on NFL Network.
No time it is everything you got.
We're here for a storied rivalry with the game's brightest stars.
What an impressive run with a stiff arm.
Saquon is back, giving the Giants renewed hope.
What a game he's had.
But Chase Young has his squad ready to defend the division crown.
I'm not losing.
It's an NFC East showdown.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
That's big time there.
Thursday Night Football, September 16th, only on NFL Network.
If there's something we just can't get enough of, it's football. College or pro, we cover it on your sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Welcome back, everybody. Don't hassle so local. Jay Bird and T Rizzle in the hizzy.
Hey, not only is Pints having the MPX tonight, we got to talk about our friends at the R Bar across the street over there in Utica. The R Bar in Davenport is your destination for an upscale and sophisticated atmosphere. Located at 4907 Utica Ridge Road, and the R Bar prides itself on its fine wines, its liqueurs, unique cocktails, and martinis. From Busch Light to Bougie, the R Bar has something for everyone.
We're going to start calling Bougie J.
Bougie.
Bougie.
Which makes the R Bar is a great fit for everyone and your friends.
I love it.
Have a drink,
We've
grab a
coined a
bottle,
new
stop
term.
it. Have a drink, grab a bottle of wine to share, and watch a game. You can do all that at the R Bar. Make sure to check out their Facebook for live music announcements, specials, and much more. And while you're there, make sure to like their page. See you tonight at the R Bar in Davenport on Utica.
Get Bougie.
Get Bougie. Yeah, there you go. So we've got
I love it too much.
It's a small amount of time to do quite a bit on your end.
Well, that's all right. I'm on it.
I mean,
if you've done something, let me know. But I say we just start AFC East and bam these out quick.
You go ahead and you tell me where you're going. I'll tell you if I agree or disagree. But yeah, what we're gonna do is look at the 2021 schedule. We're gonna see what games we like. From there, we'll kind of know who's gonna. Well, we will know who's gonna win the division, where the wild cards are, and then we'll have to separate them as they fall from there. Also, it's always fun to look at the over/under compared to where we are at on what we like. So you're gonna go. Yesterday we did the NFC South, right? That was it?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to start with the AFC East?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, you going Buffalo first?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They host Pittsburgh. I say they win.
Okay.
At Miami, I say that's a win.
Fair.
Okay. Washington's a win at home.
Yep.
Houston's a win at home.
This is the big week.
Then they go to Kansas City. I say they lose that.
Yep.
Okay, just throwing that out there. I say this. It's going to be a hangover. I say they lose at Tennessee.
Ooh, interesting.
Okay.
And now the question is, and then they're going to go into bye, and now everyone's going to be asking, are they even possibly a 1 or a 2 seed at this point? Because they've lost 2 games on the road, and if they're a 2 seed or if they're less than a 2 seed, they're going to be playing away games. So,
All right. They beat Miami again. They pull off the sweep by Miami. This is going to be the only Achilles heel for Miami.
It's coming off a bye. That makes sense, though. Yeah.
But I think Miami still has a good season, okay?
Sure.
They definitely win at Jacksonville. They definitely win at the Jets.
I feel confident in that, yeah.
They beat Indy at home.
Okay.
I already had them down as winning at New Orleans.
Okay. So maybe they've gotten over their woes because now they've won 2 games on the road.
Okay. They beat New England at home.
Okay.
And then I had them down as the only team to beat Tampa Bay this year. So we'll see. They beat Carolina at home. Okay, and then they're at New England. Could this be a hiccup for them?
Absolutely not.
And I agree. And then
absolutely not, because then they go Atlanta at home
and the Jets,
and then the Jets at home.
They close out with 15-2.
At that point, right there, they're looking at a possibility of 2 losses, maybe a situation where Kansas City is at 2 losses. So when you're talking about Week 16 at New England, that is not a hiccup. That is we need to win this for the number 1
as
seed.
I'm looking at their schedule, to be honest with you, they have 2 possible losses on their schedule. I say that's at Kansas City, at Tampa Bay. There are other, and those are what I'm saying is, those are probably more of a 60% chance they lose, okay?
Yep.
At Tennessee, I'd say that's more 50-50. Everything else, they're looking good. So they're looking at 14-3 season easy in my eyes.
I would say this, and we have not looked at any lines. Going into Week 5, they will not be favored at Kansas City. They will not be favored at Tennessee. Not by a lot. They won't be dogs by a lot at Tennessee. But they won't be. And then at Tampa Bay is the only other one. So just to your point, the rest of them, they should be favored in the rest of those games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to Viva la Miami.
Okay.
At New England, I say they win that.
Okay. I'm actually with you on that, yeah.
They lose to Buffalo.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. I say they win in Las Vegas.
Okay.
They beat Indy at home. They lose to Tampa.
Okay.
They win at Jacksonville.
Yeah.
They already haven't beaten Atlanta. They lose at Buffalo. They beat Houston at home. This is a tough one. Baltimore. Are they ready to beat Baltimore yet?
I'm not big on Baltimore. I'm sorry.
I'm not that big on Baltimore, but it's still a team with weapons. I'm going to give them a loss here. I'm sorry. I do like Miami a lot. I don't know. That's going to be a tough game. If they win that game, then Miami is what I think they are. I believe they win at the Jets. They beat the Giants, or they beat Carolina. I already had that down at home. They beat the Giants at home. Then they have a bye. And then they host the Jets again, who they beat again. They're at New Orleans. I think I gave New Orleans the win here. Okay. Yeah, I did. I gave New Orleans the win there.
You did.
And then they're at Tennessee. I'm going to give them the loss there. But then they beat New England at home. So they end up with 11. An 11 in the 6th season. That's not bad.
That's pretty good, considering there's going to be a lot of questions as far as when it comes to Tua and what he's going to do. So that's really good. And I'm just going to,
I think that gets them in the playoffs, possibly. We'll see how the rest of this goes.
It plays out, and I know we're taking up time, but I need to bring this up. Their over-under is 9.5, and the over is actually getting plus 115. So we're off by a game. We're off by 2 games. You don't hit it. They're looking at 9 and 8 is what the Vegas is looking at. All right, moving on to
New England.
New England, okay.
The Patriots. Okay, we have have them losing to Miami twice.
That's right. They bookend with them.
Okay. I think they win at the Jets.
I believe so as well. You're going to have two rookies starting against each other.
Yep. We have them upsetting to New Orleans.
This is where they feel like Mac Jones has really become his own.
Yes.
The story is he's really taken over the clubhouse here, and they love him here.
Well, he gets his pushed in by Tom Brady.
Number two selling jersey, by the way.
Yeah, good for him. All right. Well, he loses to Tom Brady in a big way the following week, and everybody's like, "Ooh." Okay.
Mac Jones is the number 2 selling jersey right now.
Good for him.
Josh Allen is 1. Tom Brady's 3.
Okay. Well,
what world are we living in?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right. They win at Houston.
What'd you do at Tampa Bay? Sorry.
They lost.
Okay. They win at Houston, yes.
They lose to Dallas.
Okay.
How about them Cowboys?
Dallas is going into New England.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually fine with that.
Beat the Jets. And then they lose at the LA Chargers.
Yeah.
Okay. They win at Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have Cleveland at home. I think Cleveland takes them down.
I agree.
At Atlanta, I think I had Atlanta winning that. Yep, Atlanta wins that. Tennessee beats them. So where's Tennessee at? Where are you at, Tennessee? You're the only Tennessee, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Talk dirty to me.
At Buffalo, I believe I had them losing that already.
Hey, what'd you have them doing against Tennessee? I apologize.
I had them losing to Tennessee.
Good. Okay. At Buffalo.
I had them losing that.
Yep.
Then they take a bye. They're at Indy. That's a weird game.
It is. Have they put to bed Deflategate? Do they still have any bad blood? Josh McDaniels once took a job here, and then he told him to stick it.
I think they win that
Frank
game.
Reich was the quarterback coach.
I'm going to give them the victory
Super Bowl.
there. They beat Indy. They lose at Buffalo. And then they host Jacksonville. They win that.
Win.
And then I said they lost at Miami. So
Yeah,
that
puts
them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins. 7 and 10 for the New England Patriots.
I know their over-under is higher than that. That part.
It's probably 8.5 or 9.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up right now. I think it is too. I know that obviously I listen to a lot of Bill Simmons. He thinks they're at 11 and 6. I don't see it with a rookie quarterback. I'm sorry. It's the first one that they've started.
What are their weapons? What are their weapons?
It's the first one they've started rookie quarterback since what is it? 93 or something like that.
It's all about matchups, right, Jay?
Yeah.
It's a game about matchups. What offensive weapon do they have that scares you?
The answer is the people who want to defend him is going to say,
system?
Yeah,
he's not
Hunter
Tom
Henry,
Brady.
Johnny Smith. They're going to be their tag
the
team.
Two
and
tight end.
Yeah.
Those two are good.
But their defense is stronger.
Okay.
Could be a top 5.
Okay, but I'm just talking about what running back scares you out of the backfield. Is this all a scheme thing? I don't know.
Yeah,
We're going to find out a
They
lot.
got Stevenson. Jacoby Myers is a receiver. They got Nelson Aguilar. Again, yeah,
Okay,
I know.
all right.
Yeah, nothing. Listen, I don't really have too much going into this weekend about Mac Jones. If he just keeps it, I think Miami wins this game. I think Miami wins this game.
I want to see.
We're both pulling for Miami. We both like their coach a lot, and there's nothing against Belichick. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a great coach, but
he's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Yeah, we both like Miami, and I like Miami, and I did them in my 150s yesterday to take them to cover the spread.
All right, let's go to the Jets here. All right, we have them losing at Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They lose to New England. They lose at Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They host Tennessee and lose.
Yeah.
Okay.
At Atlanta, lose.
At Atlanta is a loss for sure. Right?
Week 6, they get a bye, so no one gets to tack on an L on them there.
Yeah, we had them losing at New England.
That's right.
Cincinnati at home.
Uh-oh.
Well, they might be able to take that game.
Robert Saleh versus Zach Taylor, the coaching.
I'm gonna go.
tree.
I'm gonna give them a win there.
I'll give them a win as well. They're playing host to the
At
Cincinnati
Indianapolis, they lose.
Yeah, that's a loss.
Buffalo at home, they lose.
Loss.
Miami at home, they lose.
Yep.
Right. At Houston, I'll give them that win.
I'll give them that win.
Philly at home, I'll give them that win.
I'll give them that win.
New Orleans at home, that's
No.
already a loss. Pretty sure.
Yep.
I had New Orleans down as beating them. Yep. At Miami, we gave them that loss. Jacksonville at home, I'll give them that win. Tampa Bay at home, that's a loss. And at Buffalo, And that's a loss. So there you go. The Jets, 4 wins.
That Jacksonville one's going to be interesting. That Zach Wilson gets a win over Trevor Lawrence. That's what that'll be the. But you have them losing out Tampa Bay and Buffalo week 17 and 18, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, 4-13.
Yeah, good for them. 4-13. It's a lot better than their over. I think their over under's 4.5.
I think they're going to be competitive though. I really do.
I don't think they're going to be.
All right, we'll find out. I like this
No,
coach.
they're over under 6.5. No, you got to go under and get the minus 145.
I like this coach. We'll just see.
Sure.
Yeah.
Robert Saleh. Too much like Robert Goulet.
Ooh, I love Robert Goulet. Wasn't he Benson?
No.
Oh.
Robert Goulet's the lounge singer. He's like.
Who was the guy that played Benson? Robert Guillaume.
Yeah, there you go. No,
I
Robert Goulet
I
reminds
messed
me
up
of
my
the
Guillets and my
Simpsons
Guillaumes.
episode. He's like, I had to take a break and
all right, Jaybird. Let's
Nelson
start
says,
out in the north.
My manager says I need to be paid up front. Your manager says to shut up. Vera said that? That doesn't sound like her.
I'm going to start with Cleveland, Jay, instead of Baltimore.
Okay. Cleveland rocks.
All the little chicks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they lose at Kansas City.
Yeah, but I like the +6 here. I really do. I'm telling you. Yeah. Okay.
They win at Houston.
Yep.
They beat Chicago at home.
They sure do.
At Minnesota, this is going to be a fun one. I'm going to give them the win.
I agree with that.
Okay. I think then they win at the Chargers, too.
I disagree with that.
Really?
Yeah. That'll be. I think that's a huge statement game for them. It is a first-year coach in the Chargers, and Stefanski, how he's kind of changed the atmosphere. That's going to be a big one for me to be watching. I'm okay with it though. Your pick, yeah.
I think they lose. I think they win there. Okay.
You're giving them way too much credit out of the gate though, because here's what you're going to rattle off after that. Week 6, you're going to give them a win.
You're darn right, I am.
Against Arizona at home.
Arizona at home.
Then they're going to have Denver at home.
Then Denver at home, and then Pittsburgh at home.
Yeah.
It's a win.
And then they go to Cincinnati.
And then they go to Cincinnati and a win, and then they win at New England, and then they host Detroit and win. And then I feel they lose at Baltimore. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
Then they have a bye, and then they host Baltimore and win.
That's I'm fine with that.
That's gonna be fun to watch. Las Vegas at home for a win. At Green Bay for a loss.
For a loss.
I say at Pittsburgh for a loss.
Yeah, at that point.
And then they beat Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And that gives them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 wins. 13 and 4 is not bad.
13 and 4. At that point, with the losses that they have, let's see, the Green Bay Pit. But the thing is, you have them with only 2 losses because you have them losing at Green Bay and at Pittsburgh, right?
They have 4 losses.
But going into Week 16,
yeah,
they have something to play for if they only have 2 losses. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so's Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay might be in the mix of for number 1 seed. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, might just be fighting their way to get into as a wild card.
As a wild card, yes.
Okay, I'm fine with that. All right,
let's go Baltimore.
Let's go Baltimore.
At Vegas, a win.
Okay.
Right? They host Kansas City. I'm taking Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay. At Detroit's a win.
Sure.
At Denver's a win. Host Indianapolis, that's a win. Host the Chargers, I believe that's a win. Cincinnati a host, that's a win. Okay?
Yeah.
I think they lose to Minnesota.
Okay.
I know it's after a bye, but I just got a feeling that Minnesota's going to have something for them. Okay?
Okay.
They win at Miami. They stumble in Chicago. The Bears take them down.
Justin Fields.
Yep. They beat Cleveland at home. They lose at Pittsburgh. Okay?
Okay.
They lose at Cleveland.
Yeah. Yep.
I think they lose to Green Bay.
Uh-huh.
They win at Cincinnati.
Poor Cincinnati.
And then they host the Rams. I think they win that. And then they beat the Steelers. I think they win that.
That's way too many wins for Baltimore. I'm telling you.
You think
right
so?
Now. Yeah. I'm not. I'm just telling you. I'm not big on Baltimore. The man's got COVID. Lamar Jackson got COVID twice.
They got 11 wins, Jay.
Well,
you think that's too many wins?
No. You're right there with
1,
Vegas.
2, 3,
Listen to me.
4, 5, 6,
hey,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You are right there with Vegas. I'm not. The over under is 10.5, and actually the juice is 211 and minus 155. That's a lot of juice. it's actually plus 135 for under. So one game goes wonky for them, it's a better bet for the under. I'm actually more leaning towards the under on this, but you're right there with Vegas. So I'm not. They think the 11's going to happen. So I mean, what do I know? I'm just telling you, there's something weird with Baltimore. No one cares that they've lost.
I'm just a guy with a highlighter.
No one cares that they lost J.K. Dobbins. No one or anything like that.
Right.
Like,
I think it's a concern. I think that's why they lose a game. Like, listen, they might lose to the Rams there too.
Yeah.
They may be 10-6. I was leaning towards the Rams, but the Rams concern me about their loss at running back as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Pittsburgh.
Let's go to Pittsburgh.
All right.
Duck Hodges still on that roster?
I think he's gone, but let's just pretend he is.
11.
All right. We had them losing Buffalo.
Yep.
And then the Raiders come to town. I believe they win that.
Sure.
I think they beat Cincinnati at home.
I believe in that.
They lose at Green Bay.
Yep.
Okay. They beat Denver at home.
Okay.
I think they can beat Seattle at home. I'm going to say that out loud. Go there. They lose at Cleveland.
Yeah.
They can beat Chicago at home.
Are you sure of that?
Yeah,
you
that's
did
going to be tough.
You did not sound
Well, because
very good.
I'm thinking Justin Fields is playing by then, and this is a different Bear team. So follow me here. It's going to be a tight game. That's going to be a really good game, and it's a lot's going to depend on who's healthy at that point. Chicago, don't be surprised if Chicago wins the game, but I'm going to pick the Pittsburgh Steelers just because it's at home. Okay?
Yeah.
They definitely beat Detroit.
Sure.
They lose at the Chargers.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. They stumble at Cincinnati?
Really? I'm good with that.
I think they stumble at Cincinnati. This is a big time rivalry. They lose at Minnesota.
Wait, you missed Baltimore.
Oh, I'm
Week
sorry.
13.
They beat Baltimore at home.
Gotcha. Okay.
They lose at Minnesota.
True.
They lose to Tennessee.
At home.
Yes.
Yep.
I think Tennessee has their number. They lose at Kansas City.
They sure do.
Did I have them beating Cleveland, or did I have Cleveland beating them? Yep, they beat Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
And then they lose at Baltimore.
Okay.
So that gives them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins. 8 and 9.
Okay.
Tomlin's
Tomlin's never been below 500.
Ooh.
That one hurts, doesn't it?
It does. Bothers me a little bit, but it's highlighted and done.
Let me tell you what Vegas is saying. The over-under is 8.5. The juice is higher at the under, so they're agreeing with you. It's minus 130. If you think they're going to get to 9, it's plus 110.
My thoughts are Big Ben's old and fragile. And the backup is who? Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah. And then Mason, and then Duck if they need him.
Who?
Duck Hodges.
How do you pronounce his name?
Duck Hodges. Yeah,
Right.
Dwayne Haskins there.
I really thought that. So I'm looking at their schedule. I mean, those are 3 losses for sure. I think that's a loss. Maybe the Cincinnati thing goes the other way.
Just pay attention to the week 1, and if
they have some tough road games. Road games
listen.
here. Just follow me here. Road games and follow me. At Buffalo, at Green Bay, at Cleveland, at the Chargers.
It's not an easy
Cincinnati, at Minnesota, at Kansas City, at Baltimore. Brutal road schedule.
It's not an easy schedule whatsoever.
Brutal road schedule.
Yeah. All right. Here's the thing. Let's do Cincinnati. We'll take a quick break. Come back. We'll keep firing off on all cylinders. We'll do South. We'll do West, and we'll keep going. We'll get Caker.
Can we do Cincy first or no?
Yeah, we're doing Cincy before we take a break. Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right.
Week
Cincy.
1.
They host Minnesota. I believe they lose.
Yes.
Okay. They're at Chicago.
This is a big deal game.
This is a big deal game.
Because is this Andy Dalton still gets to play because they're saving Justin Fields, or have they seen enough of Andy Dalton, or does he get hurt and now Justin Fields is the starting quarterback now?
Chicago Bears win that game.
I think so, no matter who the quarterback is. Nothing against the Cincinnati Burrows, but I do like Chicago in this game.
We had them losing at Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They beat Jacksonville at home. They lose to Green Bay.
Okay.
They win at Detroit.
Well, poor Detroit.
I know. They lose at Baltimore. And then we had them losing at the Jets, didn't we? New York Jets. Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm.
They lose to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I already had that down as Cleveland winning that. I'm sure of that. bye week, and then they're at Vegas. I'm sorry, they're losing that game.
They're losing that game.
They host the Chargers. I believe they lose that game.
You skipped over Pittsburgh week.
Oh, they beat
12.
Pittsburgh.
They beat Pittsburgh. That's right. That was
But they lose to the Chargers.
Okay, at home.
Yep. They lose to San Francisco at home.
Yes.
They lose at Denver.
Yes. You had Baltimore beating them.
Yep.
At home. Then you had Kansas City beating them.
Beats them for
and then
sure.
Cleveland, you had Cleveland beating them as well.
Yeah.
So it looks like you got them at 3 victories, right? Am I right there?
Is that right? Let me count them up. 1,
3
2,
and 14.
3. Yep, 3 and 14. They will have the number 1 overall pick, possibly.
You know, they're going to be in a fight with Detroit and Jacksonville if they have something to say about it.
Don't forget Houston.
The over-under 6.5. The under, the juice is not bad there.
Does Houston even get their first-round pick coming up? Does that still go to Miami?
Question.
Does that pick still go to Miami?
I don't know if it works like conditionals or whatever else.
Oh, if it still goes to Miami.
All right, let's take a quick break. We will be right back here. ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us. We're local. We got to wrap up the. You want to do one?
Yep, got it. Locally owned since 1934, Tri-City Equipment has been your source for restaurant equipment and value ever since. If you're looking to cater an event or you just need something for your home chef, try them online at tricityequipment.com or stop down to 527 West 4th Street in Davenport. Remember, they do deliver to all Quad City residents and match online pricing, so no need to shop anywhere else. Call them today, 563-322-5382. Showroom hours, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. That's Tri-City Equipment, 527 West 4th Street in Davenport.
The Rock says he's going to make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Randall, the QC hot dog guy. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Hey, do you have time to go to Vegas with me?
Time? Yes. Extra money to pay for the flights? No.
No, not Vegas. I'm talking about Vegas, right here in the Quad Cities.
I've never heard about Vegas. Tell me more.
Oh, they're safe and secure gaming cafes with 6 locations.
What kind of games do they have there? And they've got beer, right?
They have the latest games provided by Gem. And yes, beer.
Sounds like I'm going to save on flights, have fun, and win big.
To find out more about their locations and hours, they're open. Visit VegasGamingCafeIL.com.
It's so sticky.
At Hannah's Organic Honey, business may be sweet, but they need an e-commerce queen bee to lead the hive.
Okay, these jars are going to Jakarta. Oh, wait a minute. Does that say Jackson?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Schedule virtual interviews and talk to candidates right from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You're right on par in your M&M golf cart.
M&M Golf Cars, your authorized club car dealer, invites you to check out the new Onward by Club Car. Onward's all-new accessories personalize nearly every detail to fit your lifestyle. Customize yours at mmgolfcars.com. 1.99% financing for 48 months through the end of the month.
You're right on par in your M&M golf cart. M&M golf cart.
M&M Golf Cars, Bettendorf.
It's time to rise and grind. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin.
I know Brad Pitt from the Hollywood scene in L.A., whatever. I see him. Name drop. I see him, I say hi, whatever. He brings me over into their little section and whatnot. There's a guy with colored glasses on, and he's talking to me, having a conversation with me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, he's telling me, I asked him, what do you do for a living, where you from? He says, I'm from Ireland. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. What do you do for a living? He says, oh, I'm in the music business, da-da-da. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, that's what's up. And so I'm like, oh, you stay, keep your head up, you know, you're gonna just keep, man, this thing, I know it's tough, entertainment business, grind it out, the whole deal.
Look at you being motivational.
Brad Pitt goes, hey, man, you ever heard of U2? I'm like, no, I kind of know the group or whatever. He said, that's the lead singer of U2. I'm like, Bono. Oh, okay, all right. But I'm trying to encourage him.
Zero idea who Bono was. Zero clue.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
What's your car's monthly payment? There's a good chance that First Midwest Bank can lower it. Just like refinancing a mortgage, First Midwest Bank can refinance your auto loan too. That means lower payments, lower interest rates, and higher monthly savings. Plus, you can wait up to 60 days to make your first payment. Go to firstmidwest.com/auto-refi to apply and drive down your car payments today. Member FDIC, subject to credit approval, vehicle insurance required.
The Max Kellerman Show. And when you think about the Rams offense and what McVay can do with Stafford, like think about what he did with Goff and Gurley. Remember a couple of years ago, it was like the Rams have 3 MVPs on their team. 3 guys in the conversation. About 2/3 of the way through that season, I'd say. The Rams' offense has not been the same since. And going into this season, I thought, you know what? They got Cam Akers now. Since week 11 of last season, including the playoffs, Akers is number 1 in rushing yards, scrimmage yards, and scrimmage touchdowns on the Rams. So I thought, they got their guy now. That offense is going to be a problem. In fact, even talking about, will Stafford win a Super Bowl on the Rams, my first instinct would say no. That is a huge hit for the Rams to take.
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
FanDuel Sportsbook has finally found something Iowa and Iowa State fans can agree on. It's called the Scoreboard Sure Thing, and you can win up to $50 this Saturday if either team scores. It doesn't matter if you're new to FanDuel or already have an account. This exclusive offer is open to all customers in Iowa, so whether you're wearing Cardinal or black, you're sure to win some green. And when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 24 hours. This is college football betting made simple. So don't miss out on the Scoreboard Sure Thing this Saturday when Iowa plays Iowa State. New to FanDuel Sportsbook? Claim your risk-free bet up to $1,000 with promo code Trevor. That's promo code Trevor. Make every moment more. Exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. 21 plus and present in Iowa. Max bet $50 for Scoreboard Sure Thing. First online real money wager only for new customer risk-free bet. Refund issued as a non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Must wager in designated boost market. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
From first pitch to the final out, all season long, Chicago White Sox baseball is heard right here with me, Len Casper. This is ESPN 1170.
Welcome back, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. This is Don't Hassle Your Local with J-Bird and T-Roy.
We're just killing it over here.
Yeah, we are.
It's like riding a bike, T-Roy.
I know, dude.
You look at this. We're going so fast. Cakers can be coming in no time. In 2 hours, going to fly by, and you know what's going to happen? You're going to be like, all right, I got to go. I'm busy. And I'm not going to see you again for like another 4 weeks. That was fun. I'm busy doing things. Like, hey, slow down. You want to have a drink and catch up?
Everybody, if you can't tell that Jay's a big old baby.
No. I'm busy. I would love to. I'd really love to, but I'm telling you right now, I'm busy. Hold on.
I feel like that song "Cats in the Cradle."
Hold on a second. Let me go down my Rolodex of things I got to do today that I have in my back pocket to tell you that I'm doing. Here's what I got to do. I'm diversifying.
You're taking up time, Bird.
I'm diversifying funds. That's what I'm doing. I have a meeting. I got to go. See you in 4 weeks. I'll see you around bye week.
The funniest
week 7.
thing about that is that really was a conversation.
Week 7, when Dallas on a bye, maybe I'll be around. We'll check it out. I don't know. Yeah, I could be busy.
Do I sound like that?
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, I think I think I have a PV event to go to take my daughter to.
Oh,
yeah, so. All right, where are we moving to?
I must used a bad word.
Are we going to the South, AFC South?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We are going to the AFC South. We'll start with the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
All right, Tennessee hosts Arizona. I have that down as a victory.
I agree with that.
Then they go to Seattle. I believe they lose that. It's going to be a tough road.
I'm fine with that.
They host Indy. I believe that's a victory.
Yeah.
Already had them down as beating the Jets.
Yeah.
Then they travel to Jacksonville. I believe they win that game.
Sure, why not?
I had them beating Buffalo at home.
Okay.
But I think Kansas City got a little bit too much firepower for them.
They sure do.
So there you go. At Indy. You know what? I'm gonna have to give the Colts a win here. Division.
I'm actually fine with that.
Division is going to be tough.
Yeah. I'm going to question a lot of Derrick Henry's legs. Sorry. It's just going to happen. And Julio Jones is going to be that healthy all the time.
At the Rams, I'm going to have to give the Rams this victory.
Yeah.
Another tough road game for them. I have them beat New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely going to beat Houston.
They are.
Yeah. I had them winning at New England. And then they take a bye week. I'm sorry, but they're still going to beat Jacksonville no matter what's going on.
I don't care.
I had them winning at Pittsburgh. That was a tough game.
Okay.
San Francisco comes to town. This is a San Francisco victory.
Yeah.
Okay. Miami, I want to say I had them losing to Miami.
You did? No, you had Miami.
Did I have Miami?
You
No.
had Tennessee winning.
No, I had Tennessee winning.
Yeah.
And then they win at Houston.
No. Yeah.
So this gives them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 victories for the Titans.
That's not bad. Let's see. If I go by this. Regular season wins. Tennessee Titans. You said 12?
Yes, sir.
That's not 12 and 5 is not bad. Over under's 9. The juice is minus 125. That means they've got to have some serious hiccups from what we just said. So, yeah, 3. If we're off by 3. At least you push your things.
I mean, do they?
I don't see where the trip up is. Maybe the Buffalo, Kansas City.
Yeah,
New Orleans. That's what they got to be looking at. It can't
maybe
be,
they lose to Buffalo.
Can't be Indianapolis. It's got to be Buffalo, Buffalo at home, Kansas City at home, and New Orleans at home, and those are all home games.
What about at Pittsburgh?
Okay.
Even if they lose at Pittsburgh, it's 11-5.
You give them a loss. Yeah. No. No. Yeah. Be smart here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Indy. Let's see. Okay, they host Seattle. I have Seattle winning this game, Jay, just because I don't trust what's going on with Carson Wentz yet. Okay?
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but I do like Indy and the points here. They're home dogs, and Seattle's 1-5 at opening week against the spread and starting week 1. I know I'm throwing other things in there, but
I don't see them starting 0-2, so I have them beating the Rams. Okay?
Okay.
All right, but we have them losing at Tennessee, and then they play at Miami, and if I remember right, yep, they lose that game. I think they lose at Baltimore. They beat Houston.
Okay.
They lose at San Francisco. So give San Fran the win there.
Sure.
Tennessee at home, they win.
Yep.
Right? They win with Jacksonville at home. Or, I'm sorry, with the Jets at home.
9. Okay.
They win with Jacksonville at home.
Indy's looking good all of a sudden. Look at that.
But
They're going to be 5-4.
But then they lose at Buffalo.
Oh.
and then they lose to Tampa. They win at Houston. Okay. A bye week, and then they host New England. I want to say I had them winning that game, right? New England? No. I had New England pulling that off. Okay, then they're at Arizona. I'm sorry, but I think that might be a loss. And then they host the Vegas Raiders. I'll give them that win.
Okay.
Okay. And at Jacksonville, they should win that game. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins.
You had them beating Houston, right? At Houston
Yes,
week
sir.
13?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
8 and 9.
So we're still in the South. Will we get to? This is
going to be interesting.
Is
we'll
week
start
1,
with Jacksonville.
Listen to me. If you just hate football,
yeah.
Are we going to say that football is like sex and pizza? Even when it's bad, it's good.
Yeah.
Then just embrace Houston and Jacksonville this weekend. Just embrace it for all the terribleness that it is. Just even when you're just like, why are you watching this game? Be like, why not? I haven't had real football in like 2 years. Why not is the answer. Why is Houston and Jacksonville on the TV? Why not? That's all you got to answer.
Why not?
Yeah, because it's Houston and Jacksonville. Bad argument. You've already lost. It's NFL football. Fans are in the stadium. Houston and Jacksonville.
Who wins? It's Jacksonville, right?
Jacksonville's favored on the road, right? But I'm taking Houston.
I'm taking Jacksonville.
I'm talking about points-wise. I think Jacksonville wins this game, right?
Jacksonville wins. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And then sticking with Houston, they're at Cleveland. We already had that down as a loss.
Yeah.
They host Carolina. We had that as a loss.
Yeah.
They're at Buffalo. That's a loss.
Yeah.
They lose to New England.
Uh-huh.
Be sure of that. They lose at Indy. We know that.
Sure.
They lose at Arizona.
Okay.
Okay. They can't beat the Rams.
No, they cannot.
No way in God's green earth. They lose at Miami. I already had that.
Of course.
Down. Then there's a bye week. They
somehow,
don't lose that week.
Somehow.
We know they're losing at Tennessee. We already got that down.
This week, so week 9 star that. That's when
and then the Jets.
President's going to be
Jets
Applebee's going to be
them, right?
Field.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And then they host Indy. They lose that.
Sure.
They host Seattle. They lose that.
Sure.
Okay. At Jacksonville.
They lose that.
They definitely lose that. So
Urban's got their number now.
Oh, yeah. Houston. All right. Houston. There's Jackson. Let me go down.
They lose the Chargers. They lose at San Francisco. They lose at home at Tennessee.
They lose the Chargers. Yep. They lose at San Francisco, and they lose at Tennessee.
Sure.
So L.A. Chargers.
That would mean they didn't win a single game.
Yep.
Which in turn means they're going to be Jacksonville in week 1.
At San Fran. Yeah.
Because last year I predicted Jacksonville to lose every game, and they came out week 1 and beat Indianapolis. Houston beats Jacksonville, book it, and then they end up going 1-16.
All right, I got them 0-17.
I get it. I agree with you, but I'm just looking at that. But let's look at Jacksonville now.
All right, let's look at Jackson. Okay, I had them winning at Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I think Denver can beat them, so I'll give Denver that victory.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Arizona's coming into town.
Yeah, they lose to Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
At Cincinnati. I already had Cincinnati winning that.
That's going to be weird, the Arizona game, when they come into town and all Cliff Kingsbury wants to do is like take selfies with Urban Meyer. It's going to be a weird thing to talk about on Monday about how he didn't even coach the team, the game. He just wanted to hang out with Urban. Not that they're buddies or anything. You can just see that at Cliff Kingsbury. Okay.
I already have them losing to Tennessee and to Miami, both at home.
Okay, you had them losing at Cincinnati week 4, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so they're going into the bye. They are you have them
1-4.
1-4, okay.
Or 1-5.
1-5, yeah.
At Seattle. Sorry, that's a loss. Right?
Yeah.
Buffalo, that's a loss.
Mm-hmm.
I already had them losing at Indy, I'm pretty sure.
Of course.
Okay. San Francisco, that's a loss.
Yeah, they can play host to them all they want.
Yep.
West Coast to East Coast, is that a
Atlanta.
problem? No?
No, Atlanta, that's a loss.
It's not a problem.
At the Rams.
That's not going to happen.
Pretty sure that's a loss. At Tennessee, we already had that down as a loss.
Not going to happen.
I haven't beaten Houston twice. They're at the Jets. I think I let the Jets win that one. They certainly did. At New England, I know for sure of that. And then they host Indy, and I had them losing. They are 2-15.
The only way that Indy won is if Indy's completely and utterly out of the playoff picture wild card, which they could be. And Urban's just playing for... That's the only thing that happens there. And with Indy looking at going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now they'll still be in the wild card hunt. So we'll see what happens. But pay attention at week 18.
All right. Let's knock out the West quick.
Oh, the AFC West?
Yep.
Sure. Why don't you just go with Kansas City and tell me where they lose? How's that?
All right. Well, I already had them beating Cleveland.
Yep.
They're winning at Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to beat the Chargers at home.
Okay.
They're going to win at Philly.
Uh-huh.
Already haven't beaten Buffalo.
Yes, we do.
They're going to win at Washington.
Okay.
All right. They already haven't beaten Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
They're going to beat New York Giants.
Mm-hmm. At home.
Green Bay at home.
Green Bay at home.
Interesting.
It sure is.
I'll give them the victory. Okay.
A lot of yellow on my highlighter sheet.
At Vegas. I'm sorry they're winning that.
Yeah?
Dallas. Sorry, they're winning that. Sorry, Dallas. A bye. Denver and then Las Vegas at home. Those are 2 wins. Here's their loss. They lose at the Chargers.
Okay. That's an interesting one.
Okay. And don't yell at me, Kansas City fans. So you got to lose somewhere.
That's very true.
Pittsburgh, I think I already had them losing that game.
You did.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
No. Pittsburgh, I had Pittsburgh losing it, so they win that game.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I thought you meant Pittsburgh. You had them
then
losing.
At Cincinnati, I have them winning that.
Yeah.
At Denver, I believe they win that. So we're looking at another team going 16-1. They're a powerhouse. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
No, they're good.
They're going to lose one game. It just happens.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen. They'll lose one game. And on the road, Chargers are good. So that's fine. I mean, we potentially have 2 teams that are going to go 17-0 in my eyes. I think we're having a Super Bowl rematch. But
it's going to be tough. But
it's just amazing to me. So that these teams are that stacked.
Well, since we talked about the Chargers and they're going to give them their hiccup, let's do the Chargers.
All right. LA Chargers at Washington. Victory.
Is that gone anywhere? I think that was -1 the other day. I don't wonder what the
All right. They host Dallas. My Cowboys are not starting 0-2.
No.
Boom. They lose that. Then they're at Kansas City. They lose that already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They host Vegas. They win that. Cleveland, I had them losing that. Okay. They're at Baltimore. I had them losing that.
Okay.
Right, and then they get a streak here. They win against New England after
Okay,
the bye.
yeah, after the bye. Can I ask you this? Week 1, 2, and 3 at Washington, you have them winning that game.
Uh-huh.
Dallas at home.
Loss.
At Kansas City, loss.
Loss.
So going in the bye, they only have 2 wins and 4 losses.
3 losses.
3 losses.
Oh, yeah, 2 wins and 4 losses.
Gotcha,
Yep.
okay. So bye, and then we go into week 8. It's New England at home.
Yep, they win. I had them down as a win.
Yep.
They win at Philly.
Okay.
Minnesota, I'm going to give them a win. They're hosting Minnesota. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hosting Pittsburgh, I had them winning. At Denver, this is a statement game. I believe they win this game. This is where their momentum grows, okay?
Yeah, I'm with you.
At Cincinnati, they win that. Then they host the Giants.
I like this storyline.
They win Kansas City. Wait, they beat Kansas City because they're on this momentum.
Now they've got a huge run going on.
Then they got a huge run. Then they're at Houston, cupcake.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they beat Denver at home.
Okay.
All right, then they're at Vegas. This might be a hiccup for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I believe they lose that game to the Raiders on the road. They have the playoffs locked up.
They have the
with
playoffs
12
locked
wins.
up. Yeah, but they don't have the
12 and
division.
5.
They don't have the division, so they're not going to host it. Yeah, they're not going to host a game.
So they end up 12 and 5.
That's not bad. The over-under is 9.5. You can minus 105 juice. Under is actually better. I mean, not better. It's more. So I do like that. So, okay.
Let's go Vegas Raiders.
Let's go Vegas.
Have them losing week 1 to Baltimore.
Yep.
At Pittsburgh, I believe I had them losing
You
there.
have them losing there.
They host Miami.
You have them losing to Miami.
I did?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. Yep. At the Chargers, I had them losing that.
Okay.
They host Chicago. This is a fun game. I'll give them the win.
I think this is a win. Yeah.
At Denver, I think they split with Denver this year. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give them a loss there. They beat Philly at home. Then they have the bye. Then they're at the Giants. They win that. They lose to Kansas City at home. Cincinnati on the road. They lose that. Or at home. They win that. Sorry.
Okay.
They're at Dallas. They lose. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Washington at home. Lose at Kansas City. Lose at Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the one where they split with Denver, so they lose to Denver.
So they lose. No, they beat Denver here. They already lost to Denver.
You had them lose. Oh, they were at. They
win at home. At Indy, what did I have Indy doing with them?
You had Indy.
I had Indy beating them.
Yeah.
Okay, so here you go. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What about
5,
the Chargers
6,
last week? You have
7.
them losing the Chargers.
Yeah, they haven't beaten the Chargers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins. 7 and 10.
Wait, where am I missing your other wins? Philadelphia?
Yeah. Chicago, Philly, the Giants. There's 3. Cincy, Washington, Cleveland, or Denver.
You have at Cleveland? You have them winning at Cleveland?
No, Denver. I'm sorry. They beat Chicago. They beat Philly. They beat the Giants. They beat Cincy. They beat Washington. They beat Denver, and they beat the Chargers for 7.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the last game. I forgot about that. And then
Denver.
Okay. Fanny Pack Fangio. All right.
Fanny Pack Fangio. Denver at the Giants. I believe that's a win. Okay. At Jacksonville, a win. The Jets at home is a win. So everybody's like, oh my God, Denver's good, right?
Yeah.
Well, and they play host to Baltimore. They lose.
Mm-hmm.
They go to Pittsburgh and they lose.
Yeah.
They get Vegas at home for a win, right?
Sure.
Then they're at Cleveland. That's a loss.
Yeah.
Washington at home. Interesting game.
Okay.
Can they win this game? I'll say yes.
I think they can win this game.
They lose at Dallas.
Okay.
Philly at home, I believe they win. Okay.
Yeah.
Chargers, I think they lose 2 to the Chargers, right? Already had it down as a loss for them, the Chargers.
Sure.
At Kansas City's a loss.
Yep.
Detroit.
That's a nice break for them.
I like that Detroit win.
Good 2 weeks here coming
and
up
then
right
at
here.
Cincinnati, and then I had them losing at Vegas, losing at the Chargers, and losing again just to close out the season. They start the season 3-0, and they end the season with 3 straight losses.
What bookends? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
8 wins. So wow, 8 in 9. I actually thought that when I did my just write down predictions, I thought Vegas would have a better record than them, but I was wrong.
The over-under is at 8.5 for the Broncos. The juice is actually higher for the over, so they think they can get to 9.
Yeah. I did my predictions before, and as I did that before I even filled it out.
It is a favorable schedule for them. Yeah, I don't know where Shake and Cake is or anything.
Well,
like
we can
that.
knock out the West quick.
Keep going, yeah.
You want to start with the NFC West, and then we have the East and the North.
NFC, yeah, go ahead.
Then we can finish up with the NFC North.
Sure.
Okay, San Fran. We'll start with them. Sound good?
Yep.
At Detroit for a victory. I say at Philly for a victory. I think they lose to Green Bay. I'm sorry. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to play around right now. They host Seattle for a victory. At Arizona. Jay?
Mm-hmm.
The interesting one, I'm gonna give them the split with Arizona this year. Okay? So there's that. Then the bye. Then they host Indy and win. And then at Chicago, I believe they win that game. Host Arizona and win. Host the Rams, win at home. At Jacksonville, win. Host Minnesota for a win. At Seattle for a loss.
Yeah.
Okay. At Cincy for a win.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Atlanta at home. At Tennessee for a win. Houston at home for a win. And then interesting game. Will they win at the LA Rams? This could be for the division. I will give them the win. San Fran, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 wins. 14 and 3.
Okay, real quick. At Detroit, week 1, you gave them a win. At Philly, you gave them a win.
Yes, sir.
Green Bay, loss.
Uh-huh.
Seattle, win. Or loss? Win. Okay.
Arizona, loss.
Okay.
Then bye.
Okay.
And then at Seattle, loss. The question here is are they going to win at LA?
What about Indy and at Chicago, week 7 and 8 for San Francisco?
I have them beating Indy and at Chicago win.
Okay, gotcha. Just need to clarify it because I never confirmed a time with Cake, so might just be our show. Who knows, buddy?
Hey,
who
you know
knows?
What? People are loving it.
Why wouldn't they?
I can hear them through my headphones.
Why wouldn't they?
All right, let's go to Seattle.
Yeah.
All right, at Indy for a win. And then they host Tennessee for a win. And then they're at Minnesota. Vikings take this one.
Fine with that.
Okay. At San Francisco, I already have that down as a loss. They host the Rams. Give them the victory at home. They split with the Rams. At Pittsburgh, I think I had Pittsburgh winning this. Yes, I did. So they lose that. And then they host New Orleans and Jacksonville for 2 straight wins and then a bye. Then they go to Green Bay. I'm sorry. You're losing at Green Bay. They host Arizona. I'll have them split with Arizona as well. So that's a win.
Sure.
At Washington. I think they win this game.
Okay.
Okay. I had them beating San Fran at home.
Mm-hmm.
Then they win at Houston.
They sure do.
I think they lose at the Rams. Remember I said they were going to split. So give the Rams that victory.
Okay. So the other, yeah, okay, gotcha.
Okay. And then they host Chicago. I feel they win that.
They do.
They host Detroit. They win that. And then they lose at Arizona.
Okay.
All right. So that gives Seattle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wins.
Where did I miss the 11th one at?
11 and 6.
Where am I missing that one?
Indy, Tennessee.
Yep.
Then they beat the Rams. They beat New Orleans.
Yeah.
They beat Jacksonville.
Yeah.
They beat Arizona. They beat Washington.
Yeah.
They beat San Francisco.
I
They beat
didn't have
Houston.
San Francisco. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's not a bad line there.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Rams?
Okay, LA Rams. Week 1, they host Chicago.
That's a win.
That's a win. And then week 2, I want to say I had Indianapolis pulling the upset. I did. They lose to Tampa Bay. They beat Arizona. I have them doing a split with Arizona as well. At Seattle, I believe that was a loss already. At the Giants is a win. Detroit is a win. At Houston is a win. At Tennessee, hosting Tennessee is a win. At San Fran is a loss. And then a bye week. At Green Bay, I'm sorry, that's a loss. Right?
So they have losses sandwiched around their bye?
Yes.
Okay. Jacksonville's a win.
Jacksonville's a win. At Arizona, I think that's a loss because I think they split with Arizona. Okay.
All right, I'm listening.
Sorry.
But they're not doing that.
All right. You think Arizona's got some weapons, man. It's going to be weird.
That's true.
Seattle, they win at home. At Minnesota, they lose. So give Minnesota that win.
Seattle, they win at home, right? Yeah.
Yeah, what's the next? Where am I at?
At Minnesota, week 16.
Yeah, Seattle, they win home. At Minnesota, they lose. At Baltimore, I had them losing. And then they close out the season hosting San Francisco. And remember, I had them losing that.
Yeah. They're looking good for the Rams.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's not good for a team that should be competing for the division. That's not a good outlook for them.
Well, where am I wrong?
Under. I don't know where you're wrong.
I mean, do they beat San Francisco at home and make it 9-8?
The over-under's 10.5.
At Indy is a loss. I'm sorry, they're not beating Tampa Bay. They could win at Seattle, depending on what's going on there.
Wait,
the next 4 ones I have them winning.
Do you have them winning or losing against Arizona at home week 4?
I have them winning.
Okay. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 then.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You have them beating the Giants. Hold on. Week 1, you have them beating the Bears.
They beat the Bears.
Week 3, Tampa Bay? No?
No, they lost.
Ah, that's where it was. I have them hosting
not.
against Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I think that might be where your hiccup is. All right.
Maybe.
I don't know where the other ones are. They're tough. It'll have to be at Arizona. It'll have to be.
They have a tough schedule.
Yeah, they're gonna have to beat up on Arizona.
All right. Well, let's do Arizona.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. At Tennessee, we had that starting out as a loss.
Mm-hmm.
And then they host Minnesota. Can they do it?
Yes.
I think so too. Okay. At at Jacksonville's a win, and then they're at the Rams, they lose. They host San Fran for a win. And then they're at Cleveland for a loss. They host Houston and lose. I'm sorry.
Host Houston and lose to Houston?
Win. Yeah. I'm sorry. They beat. I'm sorry. They win. They host Green Bay. I believe they lose.
Okay.
At San Fran for a loss. They host Carolina for a win. At Seattle for a loss. At Chicago.
Week 13 after a bye.
They don't like it. I'm sorry. It's cold in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm giving Chicago the win.
Okay.
All right. Where are my Bears at? Where's my Bear Downs? All right. Rams at home for the win. At Detroit for a win. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They beat Indy at home. They lose at Dallas, and then they beat Seattle at home. Where does that put me?
And you had them against the Rams. You had them. Talking out loud here. You had them beating the Rams week 14 at home.
Yes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
Well, this was another one of my flip flops. Listen, this is a very competitive division. We'll see what happens, but don't be surprised if it ends up being the Rams winning the division. But I feel San Fran's back and healthy. They have 2 competent quarterbacks. They have their weapons. They have a coach. They have their defensive star.
Do they?
I think they do. Tom Kager.
Do they?
Do they?
Do they really have 2 competent quarterbacks?
I feel they do.
49ers.
Well,
you had one lead
right
him to a Super Bowl. One of them led him to Super Bowl.
The other one's got a bad finger.
He just smashed his finger up a little bit. He's fine.
All right.
You don't like Trey Lance?
No, I'm just saying that I think Trey Lance could be really good. And I love Kyle Shanahan.
You don't think Jimmy G's competent?
I just...
Who would you rather have, Jimmy G or Jared Goff?
Jimmy G.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was
was
that a knock at Randazzo?
That's why Sean McVay did what he did.
Right.
Because he knows he can't win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff.
That's what he said. He said, we feel like we were just a quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But when looking at the Rams, what the over-under is not...
flipped him off on his way out the door.
Yeah. Let's do the NFC East, and then we'll finish with the NFC North. That way we can get Randazzo all excited before we get into the Hawkeyes.
Yell at me, I'll do it.
I'm Bears fan. So.
Do the NFC East.
Well, we'll start out with the team that's going to win the NFC East. We'll start out with the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, at Tampa Bay.
The football team's winning.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Mister. All right. They lose at Tampa Bay.
You know who's not winning the NFC East?
Who?
The Giants.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
I think,
All right. Dallas loses at Tampa. They win at the Chargers.
Okay.
And then they go on a nice little run here, Jay. They get Philly at home for a victory.
Sure.
Carolina at home for a victory. The Giants at home for a victory.
It's going to have them go in 16-1.
Be quiet. And then they have a bye week. And then they go
at New England on the what do you have them winning in New England?
Yeah, they beat New England.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom Brady's not there anymore. Let's calm down with this New England talk.
Mike McCarthy's the coach. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Fine. Bye week is week 7. Week 8. Yeah.
Dog even finds his own butt.
Ask Packer fans about how good Mike McCarthy is.
I don't want to ask Packer fans about anything. All right, they win at Minnesota. You take that, Eddie Deerfield.
Boy, the Kool-Aid is flowing over there,
Just
isn't
calm
it?
down. Then they host Denver for a victory. They host Atlanta for a victory.
Sure.
They lose at Kansas City.
I don't know how. Kansas City must cheat.
Oh, Jay, you better watch your mouth. Vegas at home for a victory. At New Orleans for a victory.
Okay.
They're going to split with Washington. Washington takes this one.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
At the Giants, victory. Then they whoop up Washington at home. Give them a little what for. And then they beat Arizona at home.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do? Do they beat Philly at Philly? I'll give them the split with Philly this time, Jay. Just because everybody's like, oh, you're being a homer. You know what? They had the division locked up. They set everybody down. They lose at Philly. That gives my Cowboys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 and 4. Sounds like a nice little ring to it. I'll take that.
They'll probably get 4 wins against Philly and the Giants. Maybe they'll split with
I got them splitting with Washington.
football team.
Well, let's look at Washington real quick.
Okay.
Football
Washington.
team.
Okay, LA Chargers at home. I had the Chargers winning that game.
Yeah.
I've got the football team winning that game.
Okay. Well, I got them next week. They host the Giants. That's a win. At Buffalo for a loss.
Mm-hmm.
At Atlanta for a loss. And then they have New Orleans at home. And I think I had New Orleans beating them. Yes, I did. And then Kansas City beats them. And then they're at Green Bay for a loss. Okay. At Denver. Did Denver beat them at home? They lose at Denver, and then they get a bye, and then they take on Tampa. That's a loss. At Carolina for a win. Seattle at home. I had that as a loss. And then at Vegas for a loss. Dallas at home for a loss. Or for a win, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
At Philly. I'll give them a win. I say they sweep Philly.
Okay.
At Dallas
Give them a loss.
for a loss. They beat Philly at home, and then they sweep the Giants. Deal?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins. They only had 7 last year.
I know. Hey, I just Riverboat Ron.
Yeah. What about him?
Nothing. Over-under's 8.5. Actually, the under is -105. It's leaning more towards that way than the over.
Football team's winning 10 games this year.
I'll take that bet.
You guys make that bet. There, the Giants.
Okay. Well, let's do Philly next.
Let's do Philly then.
Okay. Philly at Atlanta. That's a loss.
Sure.
San Francisco. That's a loss.
Yeah.
At Dallas. That's a loss. Kansas City. That's a loss. At Carolina. That's a loss.
Yep.
Tampa Bay. That's a loss.
Uh-oh.
At Las Vegas. That's a loss.
Uh-oh.
At Denver. That's a win.
At Detroit.
Or Detroit. That's a win. Sorry.
Okay.
LA Chargers. That's a loss. At Denver. That's a loss. New Orleans at home. That's a loss. At the Giants. All right, they sweep the Giants. They actually sweep New York. They stay and they beat the Jets as well. Okay? Or actually, no, I like to have the Jets winning that game already, so I have to change that.
You do have them winning that game.
So sorry, I'll circle that one as a mess up on my part. Okay, and then a bye week, and then they host Washington and lose.
They're gonna sweep the Giants for the
they're gonna sweep the Giants.
Poor Giants.
And they lose at Washington.
Yeah. What about the last game?
I had them beating Dallas. Remember?
That's right. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 wins.
Look at Philly.
Driller hates me right now.
And then the Giants.
I have a side bet with a friend of mine that's a Giants fan.
At Denver loss. Home against Denver, loss.
Yeah.
At Washington, week 2, loss.
Yep.
You have Atlanta beating them week 3, loss.
Yep.
At New Orleans, week 4,
loss.
At Dallas, week 5,
loss. Rams, loss.
Carolina,
loss. At Kansas City, loss.
Yeah.
Las Vegas, loss. Bye week.
Yep.
At Tampa Bay, loss.
Yep.
Philly at home, loss. At Miami, loss. At the Chargers, loss. Dallas whips them up, loss. Philly whips them up, loss. At Chicago, loss. Washington, loss.
Jeez.
Did I just have them go 0-17?
I don't think
I surely did.
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right for a team that I was thinking about maybe even betting this division. I don't know if that could be right. Anyway,
it sounds so great.
We got to take a quick break, just one, and then when we come back, we're going straight into Hawkeyes. We'll finish the NFC North as fast as we can at the end of the show, but we got to talk with Kakert, and I want to argue with him because I feel like he's not going to be as high on the Hawkeyes in this game as I am. So that's just my opinion. We're going to find out in just a few minutes. All right, Don't Hassle Us Local here on ESPN 1170 AM.
Hey, this is Dorf with Dancing with the QC Stars. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Hey, do you have time to go to Vegas with me?
Time? Yes. Extra money to pay for the flights? No.
No, not Vegas. I'm talking about Vegas, right here in the Quad Cities.
I've never heard about Vegas. Tell me more.
Oh, they're safe and secure gaming cafes with 6 locations.
What kind of games do they have there? And they've got beer, right?
They have the latest games provided by Gem, and yes, beer.
Sounds like I'm gonna save on flights, have fun, and win big.
To find out more about their locations and hours they're open, visit VegasGamingCafeIL.com.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade. Save up to 45% on Dell computers built for business with Windows 10 Pro. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell docks, monitors, servers, and more, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Succeed anywhere with Windows 10 Pro. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
The pitch is moving up a day.
Antonio's animation studio needs a 3D designer today.
What are we going to do?
Someone who's as artistic as they are organized.
How are we going to get all this done? What about the production schedule?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Screen for quality candidates with the skills your role needs with Indeed assessments. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Sign up today at BetMGM and enjoy the thrill of victory on your very first bet. The King of Sportsbooks welcomes you to Showtime with the Lock of the Year. Simply place a $10 moneyline wager on either Dallas or Tampa Bay, and if either team scores a touchdown, you'll win $200 in free bets, regardless of your bet's outcome. Just use bonus code FOSTER200 when you make your first bet to take advantage of this offer. Enjoy football like never before with BetMGM's live betting options, boosted odds specials, and daily promotions at your fingertips all season long. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code FOSTER200 to win $200 in free bets if either Dallas or Tampa Bay scores a touchdown. Winning is always special, but nothing beats a W at BetMGM. New customer offer, paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 or older, Iowa only. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
From lines of credit in Chicagoland to equipment finance loans in the Quad Cities to better cash flow in Milwaukee, First Midwest Bank is committed to using our local knowledge and ideas to help our clients get their business momentum back. Visit firstmidwest.com/commercial-lending. You have plans, we have ideas. First Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
From the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBLB Davenport, a Town Square media station.
You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're done with how the Dallas Cowboys can run the table, and the Giants are going 0-17 because T. Roy left at Hassle Castle. He'll be back. But Tom Kakert's in studio with me. This is always a big week, Cakes. This is bigger than ever, right?
It's the biggest one ever, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Since 1977 was such a huge game.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up going to that game. One of my neighbors was one of the ticket takers, and so he got us in. His son was a good friend of mine, and so we just sat in the hillside and went to the game. That was awesome. 1977.
1977.
So, that was when Iowa State wore the Beat Iowa shirts or jerseys, and it was. But this is the first time both teams have been ranked.
Yeah.
This game, obviously, first time they've both been in the top 10.
In the top 10.
First time they've both been ranked ever?
Ever.
At the same time when they're playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. And wow.
Now they're both in the top 10. That was a big jump for Iowa, by the way. 8 spots. Them and Penn State are the biggest ones that jump all week in the top 25.
Here's some stuff. Chris the Bear Felica, who is on the College Game Day show. By the way, Game Day be in Ames.
Sure.
It's the first time since 2000 Iowa State has been favored over Iowa. The Cyclones beat the Hawkeyes 24-14 at Kinnick Stadium that year. Yet another one here. In the last 9 games as a road underdog, Iowa has pulled just one upset. Last year at Penn State when the Hawkeyes won 41-21 as a 1-point dog. Iowa is 2-7 against the spread in those 9 games.
Okay.
How about that?
Yeah, and you can look at everything from going back from 2000 in the 8 games where the spread was anywhere between 3 and 5.5. Iowa is 3 and 5 against the spread. They've only covered 3 times. But that going back to 2000, he's right. That's the only time Iowa State has been favored. That was on the road. They've never been favored in Ames since 2000.
Yeah.
So I mean, he threw a lot out on his podcast too. He's big on Iowa State. Sounds like you are too. So we can break that all down.
I never said I was big on Iowa State. I'm more big on the under than anything else.
Absolutely.
I think
100%.
the under is the play.
But let me give you some stats too.
Here's a good stat for you. I got one for you.
Yeah, okay.
Iowa has not had a turnover against Iowa State since the 4th quarter of the game in 2015.
Okay.
How about that?
Not a turnover.
You want to know why Iowa has this win streak? They're not turning the ball over against Cyclones.
Uh-huh.
That's why. I mean, they're just playing clean football, and Iowa State's been turning it over. I mean, even 2 years ago in Ames, or the punt.
Oh yeah,
the guy clobbered his own guy.
Yeah, Iowa
Friendly
winners
fire.
5 straight, 3 and 5 against the 3 and 2 against the
Matt Campbell,
spread. Matt
Campbell 0-4.
Yeah.
Against Kirk Ferentz. Kirk owns Matt Campbell.
The over/under is at 46.
There's more butterflies in their stomach, right?
Just give me a second here, T-Ray.
Okay.
The over/under is at 46. And since 2000, 10 games at Iowa State, the average score has been 46.7. I mean, the average over/under has always been around 46.
It's 46 this week.
It's 46.75 actually, but it's 46 this week. Since 2000, the over/under has been 6 and 13, meaning the overs hit 6 times, the unders hit 13 in this entire series.
Yeah.
But 5 out of those 6 were where?
In Ames.
In Ames.
Yeah. You've had a couple of the overtime shootouts, like the Steele Jantz game, the Akram Wadley comeback game where Akram put the team on his back 4 years ago.
That being said, I like the under as well. Iowa's got 23 straight games of giving up only 25 points or less.
Iowa is 23 straight contests of 24 points or fewer allowed.
Iowa State did not look good coming out of gate. They went 3 and out twice before they had to answer UNI scoring a touchdown.
Our Iowa State publisher, Bill Seals, says that they think Breece Hall might be banged up.
Really?
That's why he didn't run well.
Well, is it because
and
they're allowing him to return kickoffs in practice or whatever else? Because he said he wanted to do everything.
I don't know.
T-Ray, to your point where you were saying about this, game day's going there. Iowa State's hosting a big, top 10 showdown.
Listen, the pressure's on them because what?
Yes, all the pressure is on Iowa State.
Campbell hasn't beaten
100%.
Ferentz, and the team has butterflies. Iowa's like this. We're confident. We've been beating them. You've got kids on that team that have been there for the last 2 that are seniors now, right?
Oh, yeah.
I like the consistency of what Parker's doing with this Iowa defense. Tom, if right or wrong, am I?
Yeah.
It almost feels like it's a plug and play with this defense.
Yeah, it does.
We we get these big, nice defensive linemen and interior linemen, secondary guys. They graduate, they go off to play in the NFL, and all of a sudden we're wondering, well, how are they going to fill this spot? And all of a sudden somebody we don't really, other than you, Tom, know a lot about, comes out and they just perform.
Yeah.
Riley Moss.
Yeah, but he's played 3 years.
I understand.
He was banged up in the last game, right?
But,
that
you
they
know,
played, but yeah, I mean,
your
he was
average
good.
fan, which is me,
doesn't
know a lot about Riley Moss.
Sure.
I do now.
Yeah.
And that's what Parker does.
It's the modern day Jason Sehorn, right?
Yeah, but he just he has these kids coached up well enough to understand the scheme.
Is he going to
They
marry
play to
Angie
the scheme.
Harmon?
Maybe.
I would.
Plays his cards right.
You think so?
Yeah.
She was hot.
Smoke show, wasn't she?
Yeah,
total smoke show.
I do think this is all the pressure is on Iowa State, and I think it actually showed last week. This is one of those things. Like, let's go back to last weekend. I said this on the radio before, and around the tailgate around Iowa City, it wasn't just a bunch of we're gonna blow up Iowa. It came down to a consensus of like Indiana had a good season last year, but they didn't play in front of anyone. It's not easy to be ranked and come into Kinnick.
Yeah,
and they were clearly shooken by the sounds of Kinnick.
My concern is that for Iowa this week, that they're going to be in their first. This is Spencer's first hostile game.
Okay, it's been mentioned on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread. Yeah,
I would be concerned about that. How they handle a hostile atmosphere, because it is going to be hostile there.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be brutal. I mean,
what are they going to call him? A name or two or something? What's hostile about it? What's hostile about Ames?
Oh, they robbed the band last.
Yeah, I'm so happy the band's not going.
The band's not going.
I'm so happy we're not going to have that narrative. That was
Stole
one of my
stuff out of the locker room the one year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I expect more out of a bunch of future farmers of America. That's all I got to say.
They're just they're not nice people a lot of times. They're just kind of they don't like they have a strong hatred for the Hawkeyes.
They do. Okay.
You know what I want somebody to do for a game day sign? I want somebody to have like a giant Ronald McDonald thing and put Matt Campbell's face on it and put some like a clown nose on him.
There you go.
I think that would be funny.
I like that. Someone's got to get in there and do that.
Why is Iowa State wearing black and white?
I don't know.
It's not their colors.
I heard that they someone said that
that was
they're
colors.
Undefeated in black.
Yeah, but it's not one of your colors.
No, it's not.
So what's
Iowa
going to wear?
I didn't like Minnesota wearing it against
Iowa
Ohio State.
will wear their white.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't like Minnesota wearing black against Ohio State the other night. It's not just because it's an outline of the I or the M in your logo. Like, it's dumb.
Yeah.
So this line is 4.5.
Yep.
And if you listen to the Bear in his podcast, this was also at like -7 at some point until Iowa.
It was -7
until Iowa was putting a pounding on Indiana, and Iowa State was.
And then it got down to like 3.
Struggling. Doesn't that make this 4.5 seem a lot to you?
Does.
Okay. Thank you. Do you think it should be more or less?
Less.
I
I
do
think
too.
probably 3.
I feel the same way.
Because my prediction is probably going to be about 17-13.
Okay.
That's what I think. I think this is going to be a defensive slog.
Okay.
A lot of punters.
And we have the best punter.
Yep. Would there be like one
17-13 who?
I picked Iowa State in July.
Did you?
So
okay. What did Bill Seal say?
See, here's the other thing is, I would tend not to overreact to what happened with Iowa State last week and struggling against UNI.
Yeah.
Because we saw like 2009 with Iowa, barely beat UNI, and then went to Ames the next week and won like 35-3.
Yeah, I mean, if you want an overreaction, you should have seen how fast my thumbs are going to bet UNI and taking the points. That's the overreaction I had.
Yeah.
Because I was dying for that line. I was just waiting for it to get updated. 31, and it went down so fast. I got in at 29.
Yeah.
And I think it was 28.5
that
or
was
20
easy,
by kickoff.
easy money.
Oh, it was the easiest money out there. Yeah, that's the overreaction I had. I thought for sure, we talked about this, that no matter what Campbell's, he's got the UNI game. That's the UNI is some of the in-state guys that didn't get a sniff at Iowa State. They're upset. This is like UNI's Super Bowl outside of when they're playing the Gateway Conference. Campbell's looking towards a team out east. Even if he was up by 3 scores, we knew he was going to rest people. And if Brees Hall's banged up a little bit, he's going to rest people. There's no way they're going to cover that large of a spread against UNI. It just wasn't going to happen. It was crazy.
Cyclones don't get Iowa this year, I don't know when they're going to get them.
This is it. And the one thing is like the pressure's on them, T-Roy.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And Iowa, Tracy said, he's like, they've got everything going on. We just kind of treat it like it's a business, like we normally do. Business as usual, which I think is a good.
That's what Goodson called it.
Goodson, sorry. I think I'm saying Tyron Tracy. It was Goodson that said
their
it.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's their Super Bowl. They've got game day. I think they're going to be distracted. And
that drives Iowa State people crazy.
It does. But I'm telling you right now, the only thing that really gives.
Did you play the Hooray for Ames song yet this week?
No. The only thing that really gives Iowa fans anxiety is just if they lose, we have to hear about it all year long. Doesn't matter.
No, in the Hooray for Ames song, they don't say the Cyclones just won the Big 12 title. It says the Cyclones just beat the Hawkeyes. Now tell me it's not the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Why aren't we playing the Hooray for?
I guess I gotta find it.
I'll walk out of the show if you play that.
We'll play,
Hooray! Great water. I'm just looking forward to the water.
Can I ask? I want to ask you.
It's in the song. It says we get the best water around.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's a terrible.
This is a dumb song.
I think I've seen this thing. This is on. I have seen it. It's on YouTube. It's really bad.
I'm gonna have to talk to my relatives.
Is this the people that are traveling around in a car or whatever else? Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, we've done this before. I think we did it when we were in the other studio 3 years ago. You got really upset. You're like, turn this trash off. It was that bad. You got really upset. Not doing it. I do remember Hooray for Ames.
Tom, I bury bad things.
I remember you got really mad at me, and I was like, "This is funny." You're like, "It's not funny. This is really bad to listen to." You didn't find the humor in it.
You should. It's
maybe
really funny.
I've grown, Jay.
Maybe. Listen.
You need to find the humor in it.
All
it's
right.
great.
I was telling this to Emily yesterday, and I told her someone to be paying attention to for the University of Iowa is Charlie Jones. I love this kid.
Yeah, he's gutsy. Guts of a cat burglar.
I'm so happy you just said that because this is what I was saying yesterday, and this is what I texted my buddies. There's not a punt or a kickoff that guy does not believe he can return.
Yeah,
he does. This is my text to my buddies. There's not a punt or kickoff that Charlie Jones does not believe he can turn. Charlie Jones gives 0 Fs about anything. Charlie Jones is the leader of this team. Charlie Jones always bets on Charlie Jones. And also, by the way, FYI, everything and above, I heart Charlie Jones.
He's captain of the Irrational Confidence team.
That is the best thing I've ever heard. I love it.
Yeah.
When he took that opening kickoff and he goes straight to the student section and starts waving his hands up, I'm like, this guy is the leader of this everything. Irrational Confidence is great. I'm serious. I think if they kick it out of the end zone, he's going to be mad.
He's the basketball player that's thrown up 20 bricks in a row, and he's going to come down and he's going to gun number 21 because he knows that it's going in.
Yeah. Legitimately, I feel like if they kick the ball out of bounds, he's going to go down and
try and
knock the kicker out or whatever else because he's mad because you didn't give him the chance to run it back.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm glad he's the captain of the Irrational Confidence team. Maybe he'll be the pick to click in the game this weekend.
Maybe.
Or every week. But you said punting or whatever else, and
Torrey. Hey, there have been. I'll go back to we got the Shaggy Culbertson game where the field goal kicker hit 5 field goals and won the game. Go back to 2003. Sean Constantine blocks a punt that breaks that string. Iowa wins in Ames. That was a huge win at the time because Iowa State had won 5 in a row in the series. So and they were just kind of owning things, and Considine got the block, and God, I can't remember who recovered that in the end zone, but it was just a couple huge plays in that game. Nate Chandler hitting Mo Brown on a big play. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
always fun for Iowa to win in Ames because it gets real quiet there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to listen to them sing Sweet Caroline. That's always nice, too.
That's what they sing there?
Yeah. Copy the Red Sox.
Ugh, that's even worse. They actually sing that after a game, after a win?
Yeah.
Come up with a different song.
I did not know that. I'm glad I didn't know that until now.
They all get arm in arm and they sway. And
we're not making any Iowa State fans here whatsoever.
No.
The first to score here.
I'm always amazed they give me a credential.
That's great.
The over-under total we said is 46 per team. Iowa State's 25.5. Iowa's 21.5. if you're going to just do the single team totals. First to score, Iowa's even, ISU minus 130.
Mm-hmm.
And then first score to be a touchdown is minus 260. First score, anything else is plus 210. We talked about this. Todd had me on a show yesterday.
Oh.
So we talked about this, and we all agree that we like the field goal as the first score.
Yeah.
The plus 210, that's a good bet.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we think
Where
that's
do you
a
get
great
that
bet.
at?
That's on Elite.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Be elite.
That's right.
Be elite. Be elite.
So do you go up? Are you going up tomorrow night, or are you going up first thing right?
You know
early
what
on
we're
Saturday?
doing?
What?
Shout out Landjet.
Oh, nice.
there
That's
you go.
cool.
Shout out Landjet.
Who's we?
Me and Celia.
Okay.
We're gonna do some live broadcasts from the Landjet on the way up.
Did Nick set that up with you guys?
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah, friend of the show, Nick Thole.
Look at Nick. Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, we were. He wanted to do something like for the bowl game back in Nashville.
Yeah.
And so I said, why don't we do something during the season? So I just kind of reached out to him and was like, hey, you want to do something? And he was like, let's do it.
No, that's cool. Yeah.
So
friend of the show. They've always been good to us. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna haul up in the Landjet, so that way I don't have to spend a lot of time after the game in Ames, Iowa. I can
do your riding on the way back.
We can do. We'll just get on and hop in the Landjet, and we're out of here.
Got it all figured out.
We're just gonna hit the road and get home, and yeah.
What do you
remember? Ames High, Ames High.
Yeah. What do you think? So since you did this back in the summertime, you picked 17-14 Iowa State, and obviously
I don't know what I picked.
Well,
but I'm gonna. This is what I'm gonna pick now.
Yeah. But
I think 17-13.
Hostile atmosphere, Petrus.
Yep.
Really, I mean, I guess if you look at
this
it,
is a big start for Spencer.
It's got to be. I mean, the numbers weren't that great last week.
No, he did have like 3 or 4 drops.
Yeah.
He had 3 or 4 drops.
The drops weren't on him.
But he also had 2 big plays that he left on the table. It missed Tracy in the 4th quarter. Would have been a long play. Missed Ivory Kelly Martin. Threw it about 5 yards short. And Ivory was open 25 yards down the field, like wide open, and he didn't get it to him. So he left some meat on the bone too. He's got to make those plays.
Settle a bet for me for Billy McAllister.
Sure.
The play where the ball was intercepted, but I think it was intercepted and returned for a touchdown, but it was called back due to a roughing the passer in the end zone.
It wasn't returned for a touchdown.
All right, it wasn't. But who intercepted it?
It was Matt Hankins.
Matt Hankins, Billy McAllister.
Okay, why did he say it was somebody else?
There was a big argument at my house the next day, and he couldn't figure. He was trying to say it was somebody, and his nephew was telling him you're wrong. And I think he was saying it was Hankins.
It's Matt Hankins.
Okay.
Yeah. After this game, then I mean, you have a couple games off for Iowa. But did you see anything last week that really surprised you about the Hawkeyes? Like, did you have any concerns going into the season opener, home opener, Big Ten opener? And
defense was better than I thought it would be. Linebackers were terrific.
Yeah.
We're going to see a lot more 4-3 this week. Just because Iowa State plays a lot of 2 and sometimes 3 tight ends, especially if Kolar's playing. They'll play him, Chase Allen. They'll play a lot of tight ends at the same time. So that's going to necessitate playing Justin Jacobs, and then Belton will play safety.
Okay.
And Kayvon Merriweather will be out. So they won't play as much cash this week. That's what Seth Wallace, the linebackers coach, told us yesterday.
That's good to know. Yeah.
So just look for more Jacobs out there. I thought Justin Jacobs played well. I thought Seth Benson played well. Defensive line, I thought, Wagner played really well first start. I love Ethan Herkett and the energy he plays with. He didn't get in there a ton, but boy, he's relentless off the edge. Van Valkenburg was good. I thought the tackles were good.
It was important. The defensive line was very inexperienced going into it. I think only one guy in the defensive line had more than one start.
This is a big test for those tackles.
Yeah.
Defensive tackles this week. And it's a big test for Mason Richmond and Nick DeYoung this week. just because Iowa State's going to bring a lot of different pressures. They run that 3-3-5, so it's just guys coming from all different angles. You don't see it very often, so it's just kind of a different look.
They don't win this game.
Turnovers are going to win.
Okay.
It's whoever doesn't turn the ball.
Battle of turnovers.
Yep.
Is going to win this game.
Yep.
What's the stock watch look for Purdy and the Heisman? Last week can't be good.
No.
So if he wins this game, what does he have to do? What does he have to do to get anything national recognition?
Wins it in spectacular fashion.
Wins it 3. Does he have to be over under 300 yards passing?
Yeah, like
he's
over.
not going to get to that.
Over 300 and like 3 or 4 touchdowns. Then I'll tell you what though. Whoever wins this game, you're front and center in the college football playoff discussion for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You really are.
Yeah, if Iowa wins it, that's 2 wins over top 20 teams.
Yeah. Iowa puts their trajectory into, potentially top 5 team going into October because they'll have, the next 2 games, and then got Maryland.
Sure.
Maryland game would be a tricky spot.
Yeah.
That's trappy. Friday night game.
I don't like that, yeah.
Trap.
Yeah, so, I mean, again, I don't think KF's going to get them thinking that far of ahead. So it's not like they're going to lose sight going into this game. There's a lot going on in Iowa State this week. Game day and everything else.
Well, Holly Rowe was already at Iowa today, I believe.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday, okay.
Yeah.
I think Leah Van did a
that's what he was saying, yeah.
Yep.
She came into town, last week or whatever else? You guys were down at Cavort?
Went to Cavort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you there on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Half price oysters?
How was Leah? Fun?
Leah's good.
Yeah.
Leah's good people.
Well, we had her on the air, but haven't got to meet her in person yet.
She's an awesome person.
You want to finish up this predictions so
No.
Tom can hear about his Bears?
Sure, if you want to do it quick, yeah.
I can do it really fast.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. We'll start with Green Bay.
Go.
Win at New Orleans.
Yeah.
Beat Detroit at home.
Sure.
Win at San Fran.
Okay.
Beat Pittsburgh at home.
Okay.
Win at Cincy.
Okay.
Lose at Chicago Bears.
Uh-oh. Aaron Rodgers going to lose on the road at Chicago.
Whoa.
Okay.
Not even I would pick that.
Washington win.
They win there. Okay.
Arizona win.
Okay.
Lose at Kansas City. Seattle win.
Lose at Kansas City.
Yep.
Okay.
Aaron's pissed now. Win at Minnesota.
Wait, did they lose to Seattle at home?
No, they beat
Week
Seattle.
10. Okay, they beat Seattle. So Aaron's in FU mode
He
now.
only has 2 losses, but he's in FU mode right now because Tom Brady hasn't lost yet.
Yeah.
LA Rams the win.
Okay.
Bye week. They destroyed Chicago at home. They're very mad at them.
They win everything out.
And then they win out.
14-3. Right? 15-2.
15-2.
15-2. Okay, I think Adrian had them at 14-3, so 15-2.
15-2. All right, let's go down to the Minnesota Vikings.
Sure.
Okay, where you at, Minnesota? All right, they win at Cincy.
They do.
They lose at Arizona.
Of course.
They beat Seattle.
I don't know how, but okay.
They lose to Cleveland.
Okay.
They beat Detroit.
Fine.
Okay. Bye week. They lose to Dallas.
No, you didn't do Carolina.
Oh, they
week
win
6.
at Carolina. Sorry.
They win at Carolina. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Bye week. Lose to Dallas. They win at Baltimore.
Oh.
They lose at the Chargers.
Uh-huh.
They lose to Green Bay.
Okay.
They lose at San Francisco.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah.
They win at Detroit.
Okay.
Okay. They upset the Bears.
What about the Steelers week 14?
Oh, they beat the Steelers. Sorry.
Okay. Then they upset the Bears.
Uh-huh. Win at the Rams, or win with the Rams.
This is ridiculous. Okay.
That's against the Rams. Lose at Green Bay.
Yeah.
Beat Chicago.
So they sweep Chicago.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins.
The only way I'm seeing the scenario is if they lose to Carolina week 6, they fire Mike Zimmer and they bring someone else in, and then someone sparks interest in
Got a lot of talent there, Jay.
There's no doubt about it. But
Okay.
they don't. You know what they don't have talent at? The head coach. They don't have talent at the head coach.
Well, he's just as good as Nagy.
Nagy's going to get fired.
But he should be fired too. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying. I mean,
yeah.
but
Let's get to the
you're
Bears.
talking like
Get
10 wins is like this incredible amount of
10
wins.
7. I guess you're right.
Get to the Bears.
Yeah.
Chicago Bears.
Sure.
They lose week 1.
Yep.
Then
That's
they
fine.
beat Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And then they lose week 2 or week 3
at Cleveland. Yep.
Yep. They beat the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
They lose at Vegas.
Okay.
They beat Green Bay. at home. Remember, upset?
That's right, yeah.
They lose at Tampa.
Okay.
They get beat by San Fran. They lose at Pittsburgh. But I think they can win that game, too. So
They sure can.
I think they can win that game. Bye week. They beat Baltimore at home.
Like that pick.
They win at Detroit. They beat Arizona at home.
Uh-huh.
They lose to Green Bay. And unfortunately, they get upset by Minnesota. But they finish strong. They win at Seattle.
That's a tough
They beat the crap out of the Giants. And then they lose again at Minnesota.
I think they beat the crap out of the Giants. Just throw that in there. They lose at Minnesota, you have at the end?
Yeah, 8 and 9.
So you would take the over on their win total?
He would, yeah.
I think the Bears. Listen,
not.
the thing is this is going to be fun to watch. The Bears are going to be competitive as soon as they get Justin Fields in there. I'm excited about it.
Give me the wins of Detroit, and then we got to go.
Detroit, done. Final team in the league. They lose to San Francisco. They lose at Green Bay. They lose to Baltimore. They lose at Chicago. They lose at Minnesota. They lose to Cincinnati. They lose at the Rams. They lose to Philly. They get a bye week. They lose at Pittsburgh. They lose at Cleveland. They get beat by Chicago. They get beat by Minnesota. They lose at Denver. They get beat by Arizona. They lose at Atlanta. They lose at Seattle. They lose to Green Bay. They are the other 0-17 team.
That's having 2 0-17 teams.
That's
crazy.
Who would win if it was Detroit and the Giants on a neutral?
No,
Detroit would win?
Detroit would win. But I also have Houston.
Yeah.
So if any of them played each other, Houston's the worst, and then the Giants, then Detroit.
Triple threat match. All right, K-Kurt, thank you so
There you
much
go.
for coming in. Sorry I didn't figure out a time for us, but I appreciate throwing
That's
up the
all right.
bat signal. Excuse me. Appreciate throwing
I
up the
was in
bat signal
town.
coming in, and I'm happy that they're going to get you up there. Why did I just Landjet's going to get you up there?
Thanks,
on
Landjet.
Saturday. That's going to be
Nick.
really cool. I'm happy
They're
for
awesome.
that.
Go, you guys use Landjet. They're
Yep.
awesome people.
We're going to have Merrick on tomorrow. T-Roy's out again. He's off to Wisconsin for a golf trip. And so you guys enjoy football tonight. Tampa Bay,
Whistling
Dallas Cowboys.
Straits?
Minus
Whistling
9
Straits?
minus 9.5.
Is it? No, it's Spring Green. Is that Whistling Straits?
No.
All right, I'm going to Spring Green.
Yeah, it's minus 9.5 tonight. Over under's 52.5. I like the under. I don't like the 9.5.
9.5's too much, and
It's
it's
too
getting
much.
into it's killing teasers too.
Oh yeah, Dallas.
Well, I had to move
Dallas
it down
is covering
to
that
6.5.
spread.
I took 6.5 points in a teaser, so I moved him to minus 3.
Yeah, Jay, I'll be so excited if Dallas wins this game.
I bet you will be. All right.
Watch out if they win this game.
Follow Kakert at Hawkeye Report on Twitter, also on Facebook as well. Make sure to anything going on with Hawkeye Report subscriptions. Get in there and do it.
Yeah, get in there and do it. You know, one of the things we launched is the ability to be read only. So, like, if you want to go over to the Nebraska board and read what the carnage that's going on over there, you can. It's like $2 a month.
You get to read, but you can't post.
Can't post. Read.
Read
God,
only.
you
Just have fun.
You saw what Lucy Rodine did. Right?
Yeah.
She's funny.
Yeah, she's been doing some good work. Nebraska. Frost, you're just the sound bite that just
Buffalo's a good pick this weekend.
You ever
think
seen
so?
it?
Yeah.
That's what
14.
that's what Emily Van Buskirk said
You ever
too.
seen Game Night? That movie Game Night?
Yeah.
The neighbor that is like the cop that lost his wife or girlfriend. You know, like she left him. He looks just like Scott Frost.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah. I see that. All right. Well, Cakes, thank you so much. T-Roy,
Thank
good
you.
seeing you. Thanks for hammering out the NFL picks. I got to take
Yeah.
that sheet with me, by the way, because I needed.
What?
I
This
won't
one?
lose them. Yeah. I got to put some things together to make sure.
Well, I got my predictions right here on the back of that. Where week 1, where I already beat your butt.
Yeah, I
Guess the
know.
lines.
All right. Have a great Thursday. Enjoy the homecoming parades. Enjoy the weekend of football. NFL starts tonight. We will see you guys tomorrow, and we'll be talking a lot about Thursday night football and just wrapping up the week. Enjoy yourselves, Quad City. Stay safe and sanitized.
Peace.
from the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBLB Davenport, a Town Square media station.